reading on the L a lot. But people don't read book. You get the tablet now. Tablet or your phone.
Well, they read books on it.
Exactly. That's what they do.
All
but
right.
to me, there was the experience of actually having the pages and the cover. Like that was all part of the marketing plan now. And I guess maybe they do that now with books on your Kindle. You'll get some weird bot that comes out and some meme that, who, you should read this. And, I like this. Yeah, ooh, like.
Who's got room for all this shit, Crocious?
Well, I hear that, but there's something about that was also part of the old school like pretense of me.
What, of having
here's my little my personal library that shows what my thought process is, and exposes something of myself. It's kind of all over the place, frankly. Maybe I should donate. I thought about donating those books, man.
It's just your Michael Crichton novels.
All the time. Big Crichton fan. Absolutely.
Those are the books that people get rid of. Oh, he's practicing a shot. All right, let me start the fucking show.
Here we go, folks. Yeah, by the way, I like this song. Look at fucking...
Crazy and it's so obscene. You gotta know where to hide in the big machine. Say it sounds like TV on the radio, so push that sound. I wanna hear it in stereo. Do what you want, it's the will of the people. Nothing holds you back on that online radio. Ain't no love tonight in this city, and here I thought that we had gone steady. We're all
all right, we're here. We're in.
Yes. I tell you what, I like that song.
It's a great song.
My imagination starts to spark when I hear that song. You know what I mean? That means it's doing something. It's working on some sort of plan.
Our song. Look, we got fucking Sonny Corleone.
Exactly, with The Godfather, part
the
one.
Boys here.
And about midway through part one, we got a good couple hours ahead of us with The Godfather.
Oh, dude. It's I love, look, they're all in their wife beaters eating Chinese food.
Exactly. Waiting for the call about going to the veal place.
Do you know the continuity? What I love about this is Michael's jaw is swollen for about 3 hours. Like they keep the continuity of his jaw healing.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
Even when he's in Italy after he kills
he's
old
still
boy,
messed up.
His face is still all fucked up.
That was a part of the book. That was a major part of the book.
That his jaw's all wired shut.
And that is fractured his orbital, so his sinuses get all messed up. He's sneezing a lot, and that sort of contributes to his sort of Don personality. Yeah. He's got this because
he's building his own thing.
Yeah, and it's sort
his dad talks like this.
Exactly.
My dad, so I need something too because I don't talk like that.
Well, he's forging his own path within the family. He's modernizing the family. The textures, I know everyone fucking Godfather this, Godfather that, but it's working on so many levels. It's just a good old fashioned crime story, just on its very one dimensional surface level. I never really think about the crime in this. I think about the familial drama going on, and also the kind of, again, the modernization of the mob and kind of the,
you think about
situations
all
they're
the
dealing
women
with.
That they're cheating on their wives with.
I got my broad.
He bangs a girl up against the door.
I can tell you this much:
scene.
These guys were not PC. It's safe to say.
No,
they were rough men.
Oh yeah, rough and tumble.
I mean, whatever. This is what they were. As if this is a documentary, but it's it's
gone right away.
A key scene.
Yeah, a million times.
Million times. He never shot a gun in his life.
You don't forget. 2 shots apiece in the head as soon as you come out the door.
So this is the important scene of the transition of Michael Corleone from the square who went to Dartmouth now to taking over the family. He's earning his bones.
He's like, buy me some baby powder. My suspenders and making me chafe.
But he's got to earn his bones. He's got to kill someone to actually prove that he's actually part of it.
Yeah, that he's not just some fucking queer soldier.
It's like, no, you have to actually forge it with blood. It's like, wow. I mean, basically, that's how, this isn't that far from how power kind of works. That's also another reason why it's good, is that it actually exposes sort of what mainstream society
shit
is
like. This probably gives Trump a boner.
Oh, it's probably the only thing he understands.
I'm like Sonny. I've always thought I was Sonny.
God, wow. By the way,
no, you're the brother that beats the wife.
So yeah, and they had no problem. They knocked women around. This is back when Jack Dempsey's was still
Barrett.
the Jack Dempsey's was still a functioning restaurant on Broadway in 1972, closed in 74. It's credited, I think, with being basically the very first sports bar.
Was he still there?
Oh yeah. He was a greeter and a part owner.
All punch drunk, taking shots with people.
I guess he was completely like a completely good guy.
Have you ever seen the movie
kids?
Death to Smoochie?
I have not.
There's
No,
a character in that named Spinner Dunn, and he's like has the same character, but he's like fucking retarded punch drunk.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is they're like, "Hey, what's up, Spinner?" And he's like, "I'm Spinner."
Yeah.
Like he's great, but it's that same thing. He has his own restaurant, but he just sits there and talks to people. Like he clearly has no business acumen at all.
Well, what's interesting is that Dempsey actually, I think, was given him some credit as actually being a pretty good restaurateur. Like that was a successful restaurant in Manhattan for 50 years. You know, from like I think the 30s until the 70s. My favorite Jack Dempsey story. It was from one of those old ESPN documentaries from like 17 years ago. They would do a feature on like Bill Walton, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They did 1 hour on Dempsey and what he meant. Well, I guess he was in his 70s and still running the restaurant. And he was walking home. He had a place in Manhattan. Manhattan in the 70s, very sketchy, very scary. Well, two guys in their 20s, he was in his 70s, jumped him because he had this nice coat, like a good solid winter coat. They jumped him for it, and he knocked both the guys out. He was in his 70s, and they were in their 20s. So it's like the guy was a total badass. Dempsey is like in the 20s, it was him, Red Grange, and Babe Ruth were like the athletes.
Well, didn't fucking Joe Louis knock Jack Dempsey out?
No.
Or were they like before each other's times?
Jesus, I should know that off the top. No, I think they were different. Dempsey was before Lewis. Gene Tunney. He had a big fight with a guy named Gene Tunney.
Got John Favreau driving the car here.
And we're going to go to Jersey. I'll make sure they're not getting the white walls. There you go. Like that was a job, man. Like if you could drive a car like that, those were heavy machines.
I love how
they didn't have power steering.
Here's
you know what
the
I mean?
fucking key of this time. If this happens right now, every one of those people rips out their cell phone and takes a picture. Look at this fucking mob asshole. You wouldn't have a cover. You got a good 6 hours before it gets back to anyone that you made that kind of turn.
Which is amazing because it's like, to be a criminal now, you got to be even more creative and crafty. It's different ways of being a criminal. I think, you had more cover back then. It was still a little bit of the Wild West. So they go to the restaurant, which, by the way, that looks like a great hole in the wall. How many cool restaurants in Chicago look that way?
Yeah, well, fucking Diner Grill. But they don't look that nice on the inside.
If you go to some places in Little Italy, they're cool little places like that, man. Devante Echinacea, or not Echinacea, Echinacea. It was a nice place on Taylor Street. I used to go there with my girlfriend at the time. That place closed down. It was a totally good Italian restaurant, We'd go there kind of early, go there late sometimes.
The two women I love that we bring up, Amanda Ripp, and then you just refer to her as my girlfriend at the time. I don't even want to know her name.
Well, because there were Amanda Ripp was the first. I had many girlfriends since then. Not recently.
Bro, look at this guy over here. Huh? Many.
I have many go-tos. Sorry, I should not go down this path. This is a ridiculous reveal. But this is good. This is a good scene. It's tense.
I still to this day kind of don't understand what I know the families are warring with each other, but they don't really get into why.
No. They explain it very well. It's a slow burn. It all makes sense. Man.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn. It is. This guy came to the Don, basically saying, hey, we got to get into the drug business. This is before the mafia got into the drug business.
Yeah,
so that's why
and he doesn't want to sell drugs.
He doesn't want it. It's a dirty business. He doesn't like it. It's a dirty, people die. It's not good for
We do
kids.
it the way. We help the kids across the street to go to school.
I don't want to say, So he gets approached by this guy and the Don rejects him.
We don't touch the black kids.
But you see, what it really was is he was representing essentially two families of the five families. We're going to take down. Corleone is the strongest Don of the five families, but he's aging. So they want to take him down, and they want to do it through the whole drug trade because they wanted to get him on board to get all of his judges to fix the laws so they could actually get away with this stuff. And he knew they weren't going to go for it. His business sense realized it wasn't going to happen. So when he rejected them, then they tried to kill him to get him out of the way and just take over, And then
also back in the day when you could just gun someone down outside of a market.
Yeah.
I got my bag of tomatoes, my heirloom tomatoes. They rolled everywhere. I got lead. You got bullet piece.
this is a key point too, because they were speaking Italian before it was old. Now he speaks English because the mob is getting modern. It's getting Americanized.
No more attempts on my father's life.
What guarantees can I give you, Michael?
I'm a Goomba.
I am the hunted one. I missed my chance. You think too much of me, kid. I'm not that clever.
He also knows he's the muscle
All I
for the
want
two other
is
families.
a truce.
So it all spins together. It all connects together. Each scene.
I have to go to the bathroom.
He in the book he's like he knows something is up. Like Sollozzo knows something is up at that moment when he says that. In the book he's like, but he didn't quite think to himself, okay, I got to stop this from happening. You know, it just didn't feel
I
right.
frisked him. He's clean.
He's clean. I touched him real good. Don't worry. I felt him up real nice.
That's Sterling Hayden, who was in The Killing. Which
If someone
is,
came to you and asked, what are you invested
what's his
in?
face?
Would your answer be about
Kubrick's
mutual
like one of his
funds
first
or
movies. The Killing. It's
I
good.
got him. He's packing, but he's clean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got that big Corleone piece.
Well, I don't know if you, that's the thing in the book. They don't go in. They go into it a little bit in
Sonny
the wedding
got a big
scene.
ol' hog.
Sonny, I guess, has like a 12-inch cock, which is part of the
Which
reason.
is physically not possible.
Like it's like John Holmes like. Is what he's like. And
I was
so,
just gonna say Johnny Wad. Johnny Wad was his character, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what Dirk Diggler had as
Bluff Billington or whatever the fuck
there was
they made.
Chess Rockwell, and then God, what was his name? Like not Reed Maxwell or so. He had some other name. Dirk
I know.
Diggler
Well, it's because they.
So he had three characters. He had his actual name, his Dirk Diggler name. Then he had another character beyond that.
And then, well, yeah, I heard too. It was because they couldn't use the name Johnny Watt. Like they wanted to just because he's John Holmes, right?
Exactly.
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah, well, it's loosely based on his life. I mean, frankly,
does Dirk Diggler get AIDS in it?
No. Oh, John Holmes' story is pretty fucking rough, man. I mean, when I look at like true gross flameouts, it's like, wow, what a fuck up. I mean, have you ever seen that movie Wonderland Murders? Val Kilmer plays him, you know, and does a pretty good job of like, I mean, he had so thoroughly lost himself in freebasing cocaine that he just became this huge criminal, you know, and he made a lot of money early on. Like in the early years of porn, he was a real breakthrough because he had this giant dick, you know. So again, but with Michael Corleone and Sonny Corleone, that's the reason why he married his wife, is his wife, I guess, had this very large vagina, and he could only satisfy. She was only satisfied with him, so there was a real strong sexual attraction. The idea, too, is that Sonny is very much a red meat Stanley Kowalski type guy. Like, whereas like Michael Corleone is a much more cerebral, intelligent kind of chess player, you know? So they contrast their personality. And then they have the fuck-up brother in Fredo, which is a great, I will say this about the movies versus the books. In the books, Fredo's character is not that well developed. He's a character, and you know about him.
He's just there.
He's more of a shameful figure. They send him to Vegas because he's getting too many women knocked up on the East Coast.
Mo Green like that.
Yeah, and they don't go into this in the book.
They get it. The book.
No, they don't. The sex thing. Here, I gotta make a point, man. Okay, I gotta make a point about Fredo. They send him to Vegas. They don't go into it in the movie. They send him to Vegas because he's getting so many women pregnant in New York. They're just he has like 7 women knocked up in New York. He's such a fuck up.
Well, they don't get.
They send him out there because it's a place they can do abortions. They can do abortions in Vegas. That's another reason they don't get into any of that, man.
And they're performed by Bob Hope.
They have this mobbed up doctor out there who's like a legit doctor, but who'll do abortions, you know. And so they send him out there because so they don't go into that. They also send him out there to kind of learn the casino business because they're trying to move west. The empire is trying to expand like the country. You know, so it definitely parallels like 20th century America very well in terms of like how business developed, you know, and LA was very much a destination city, which it still has that thing, but I don't know. There's a lot of people here, man. I mean,
they're leaving.
It's just, I mean, yeah. People are dropping like flies in the scene, right?
Rogan's going to Tejas. Wow. Joey Diaz is going to New Jersey. Theo Von is moving to Nashville. I was laughing today because I guess Rogan already said people are pissed at him that he's like, because he was saying like, he was like, Texas is dope. They didn't shut anything down and everybody just wears a mask. And I was like, well, that's not true.
Yeah. Not everyone wears a mask.
Yeah. But I guess he's getting mail from people being like, dude, stop telling people to move to Texas. Like, that's why they're in Texas. Like, you realize people in Texas want to seed from the country.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's
like, they're probably not pumped that you're bringing all these liberal folk to fucking Austin.
Well, you know, what's interesting about it is...
Because now every comic coming up is going to want to move to Austin.
Well, Austin is certainly one of those like Austin and Texas and Chicago, although Chicago's got a more robust scene. They're definitely, because Chicago's got the improv and the acting thing, but I look at them as a stand-up. They're very much kind of equal cities in a lot of ways, or comparable cities, you know, so very much so. But again, this is what happens when you get more people moving somewhere. You want to know what happens? You have to have the government make some decisions. And that just is anathema to their sensibility. Arizona, which is the land of Goldwater, for crying out loud, ultra conservative. I mean, that libertarian, my fucking territory, you know, we don't want any government, no taxes, or just minimal taxes. Well, now they have 7.5 million people in the state. Well, there's some push that they have to have like infrastructure things and like schools, and as you do that, as people move in, you have to have that. It changes things. The character,
God damn it, we need a toilet now.
You know, it's just like, oh well, it just changes things. So you have to think in a little bit more of a collective sense, you know, which is anathema to their sensibility. But here we are, back to the first scene.
Well, plus my whole thing is like, leave. They're already driving rent down.
Yeah.
Just the people, because even not just in comedy circles, there are probably people with office jobs that are like, well, I'm working from home now, so I can go live in Santa Clarita or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Like people are just, I think there's just a mass exodus out of LA right now.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You think there's literally just thousands
thousands of people.
Probably maybe even tens of thousands.
This was the first time in this year that California didn't grow.
Well, it's interesting. I
or
think
LA County at least.
Yeah, it's, you know, and I'm not a genius by any means. This is a big scene, but I think that there's a kind of a tipping point. It just becomes too difficult to manage. Problems start to happen that you can't control, you know?
Well, and even when they said, they were like, oh, California hasn't grown this year. And I was kind of like, what? Who cares? But then they were like, well, because it cost us money. Well, shouldn't you expect that? You can't you can't complain about overpopulation and then be like, but we do want more people coming every year. Which is it?
I know.
Are you upset that more people come, or
manage it better,
or are you mad that now no one's coming and now we're losing money?
Yeah. I don't think it necessarily works that way now, too, man. It's just,
well, that's the art, because when even my liberal cousin, I was like, who gives a fuck if no one's coming to California? And he was like, he goes, that means we're not making as much money. He was like, that costs the state money.
Well, it's interesting that you see that's very much California has that growth mentality, which is very American. Very American. Even with it being deemed liberal, it's about growing and growing and growing, getting bigger. And there are limitations to that in your regulatory regimes, how taxation is, what industries you have in your state. Now, it's still a very relevant state. It's the most important state in the country. There you go.
Ooh, that's dust.
Salazzo. And then this is the fucking police captain. He shoots a police chief, dude. He earned his bones in a dramatic way. I love the reaction of people. They're just like, they don't do it. They're just like, well, we got to get away.
That lady's like, I'll have what he's having.
Yep. He drops the gun. All is planned. This is the good, like, I love the montage. Now they're going to war.
I love the game of The Godfather, because check this out. So everything that happens in this, you facilitate it. So in the video game, you cut the head off the horse and put it in the guy's bed.
So it kind of complements.
You're like a lackey.
Like
like in the video game, you plant the gun in the restaurant.
Oh,
like your mission is you have to go plant the gun, and then after you do it, you get to watch this cutscene. And then, like, when they're doing the baptism, you have to go murder all the heads of the fucking
you're one
families.
of the hitmen already. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot they can do with that. Yeah.
Also, when old girl's getting hit up, and Sonny flips out and drives away.
Yeah.
They tell you to go tail him.
Oh yeah.
And you have to tail him, and you're driving, and you see him.
Shot.
Yeah. You know the car that pulls up at the end?
Absolutely.
That's you in the game.
Yeah. They were like a mile behind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, like, it's the game is awesome.
Yeah.
And then eventually
amazing.
You do kind of become, because you start, after you do the story, you get more recognized. Like, you kind of, you're becoming big stuff around here. Yeah. But it was still before it was very wide open, like, story, so it's still a little limited, but it's a great fucking game.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing concept.
I just like how, they fit the movie in it perfectly about how, and the fucking missions are so long. Like, when cutting off the horse's head, you have to wander around this guy's house and take out all his fucking security, and you have to do
with like a bloody head.
No, you have to do it with a garrote because you can't make any noise. So you have to go behind people and and like choke him with the garrote.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's quick death.
And then, but when everybody's gone, you could cut the head of the horse off. And they don't show you do it. You click X on the horse, and then they play the cut scene of when he wakes up in the morning.
that scene in the book, it's such a it's so fucking good. Because what is that Waltz guy? There's a real political dimension to it because obviously Frank Sinatra.
Well, what I was going to say too, the book is the first and second movie in one, right?
It's 6 novellas. It's like 6 80 to 100 page novellas.
Because they get into
put together,
old, they flash back to old Vito's life in the book, right?
That's a good point. I think they definitely have Michael Corleone going back for sure, but I don't think they actually go into that in the book. That's one of the reasons where, they did a good job of interpreting kind of storylines. I don't think he actually go back to the old days.
So check this out.
Two is better than one.
So Godfather 2.
2 is great. 2 is one of the best movies ever made.
So in Godfather 2, the present day parts are the book. And then when they flash back, the De Niro scenes, that's made up for the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But the scenes of like him in Cuba when they're like fucking what's that dude's name? The dude who's cutting up fucking Cuba and the cake. Hyman
Roth, who is great.
Yeah,
that's Stanislavski for Christ.
So because Hyman Roth,
who's the actor? I'm an idiot. I reveal my idiocy. I should know, but he teaches that dramatic technique.
Hyman Roth is in the book though, right?
He's not in the book either, actually.
Because I've heard that there has to be, because Godfather 2 is based on
parts of it. Yeah, absolutely. So but mostly it's a lot of like the character Lucy Mancini, who Sonny Corleone's fucking.
Yeah, she's got a big role in the book.
She's got a big role in the book. She goes out to Vegas and like Fredo Fredo's much more developed in the movies, which is a great decision. The black sheep of the family. I think large families can realize that there's always one person that's kind of the black sheep.
Got the kids playing stickball.
There you go. They go into the whole them going to moving from the Lower East Side out here was a big deal in the book. Oh yeah, here's Carl.
Well,
shut up.
He's the
shut
worst.
Up.
Anytime my grandparents would be like, yeah, when we were kids, we didn't fucking have all this technology. We just played ball in the rocks.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that sounds awful. Like, I'm psyched that I have television and I don't have to make a baseball bat out of tree fucking sticks.
You see, here's where I'm happy about my childhood. I was in a transition era from technology, from being outside and playing to technology. I got an Atari, as I've told the story before. I got an Atari for Christmas 1981, which is still to this day one of my greatest gifts ever. It was amazing. When my dad got me that, I was like, holy shit, man, this is cool. That was when home gaming first started. But so I had to play outside a lot. But you also had good equipment, though. I had like decent bats and decent gloves. You know what I mean? 20 years before that, it was like you had a milk carton hand. Like you were in the Dominican Republic. Like you actually had good equipment. There was enough money so the kids had good equipment. So I remember actually playing sports outside. But I had a good basketball. We had a good football. We had a good couple we played good wiffle ball. We had clean wiffle balls. But I was heavily. Oh yeah, this is where they.
Why do I talk so funny?
What they go? You see his back. He got stabbed in the neck when he was young in his life. See, they were going to do a movie where DiCaprio was going to play young Sonny Corleone with James Caan's character.
But then they were like, yeah, but that's Godfather 2.
Well, it's kind of in between. It's really not. It's pre-Godfather 1.
Yeah, but Godfather 2 gets into him as a kid, as a young man.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
And even De Niro talks like this a little bit.
Well, Mario Puzo. What's interesting about Puzo is, I guess, he didn't know how to really. He didn't ever take a script writing class. He just wrote the script.
Do you kind of want to know what are the one critique I have of all these movies? And this one less so than, but in 2, you have young Vito Corleone like establishing himself in New York.
The rise.
But
exactly.
It'll literally be he goes in, he notices that the head of the bread shop is like smacking his wife.
Yeah.
And he just said, don't worry,
I will make it all better.
No, it's a little more complex.
And then like
it's a little more complex.
But then just magically he'll fucking stab a guy in the neck and then just be like, okay, it's all better now.
No. What it is, they go into him being a little kid and how his entire identity is forged in Sicilian violence. 9 years old. His old man gets killed. His older brother gets killed. They go after the 9-year-old kid. They're going to kill the 9-year-old kid, Vito Corleone. He gets taken out of Sicily by cover of night and goes to America as a 9-year-old boy, like the immigrant experience of Italians, and ends up on the Lower East Side. And he's a working Joe, and he has to work his way up, and he notices the mafia guy's a real asshole. Like he's just a thug. He's a criminal.
No respect.
And just and like he's doing awful things, shaking people down.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's more complicated than that,
Yeah.
but they really I just think it's funny that just because this fucking random guy comes in and starts stabbing people. Like in reality,
Well, he takes down the bad guy. He takes down the mafia guy. So then he becomes.
He puts he wraps a towel. He wraps a pillow
that's
around
a silencer.
the gun.
That's a silencer.
I always laugh at that.
Well, he had to do it, man. There's no fun. They didn't have a
But I
silencer in
feel like-
1929.
But I also feel like you wouldn't be able to shoot straight if your fucking gun was wrapped in a pillow.
If you know how to handle a gun, that's one of the things they go into too in the book. Salazzo, the guy who Michael Corleone just shot, Salazzo, his character he's good with a knife. So that's the reason why when he kills Luca Brasi or he stabs his knife through his hand into the bar, he's good with the knife just to
little commercial transition. Legally Blonde.
But I'm telling you, it's just whatever. It's great.
Look at isn't she from Back to School?
That's not Sally Kellerman, is it?
Let me see. No.
Or is that Natasha Richardson or something? Who is that?
That's Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, exactly. I know that. But this is like 16 years. Who's that?
I don't know. We could look.
She's a pretty older woman. There's no doubt about that. She still has her looks.
Well, this was, again, 20 years ago. So who knows what the fuck she looks like now.
Reese Witherspoon is like this famous. She's famous.
Well, she married Ryan Phillippe.
She's got her own production thing going on.
She's transitioned so hard now that she's playing the young, vibrant reporter on the Apple TV show, whatever the fuck it's called, morning show, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But she's like 65 years old.
And her character she's in her 40s now.
She's 50. Yeah. She's older than that.
Is Reese Witherspoon?
I think she's like 50.
No, I remember her. No, she's 42. She's reaching that threshold
44.
age. She's 44. She's reached
but
the
that's still not a young whippersnapper reporter.
Not at all.
Because that's the storyline is Jennifer Aniston is this old fucking hag reporter. And then here we got young, vibrant 44-year-old Reese Witherspoon coming in. Like, that's not how it works. Tommy Lahren is 17 years old. And she has her own show on The Blaze.
Well, it's her still trying to be like, I can hold on to my youth. I can hold on to what I say. Like, come on, just that. I mean, I'm sure it's weird to be young and to have that much fame come at you.
Holland,
how to manage it.
Virginia Taylor. She was in The Practice. That's an old show.
Luke Wilson.
She was fucking old boy. The mom in 2.5 Men.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow,
that's her.
That's a deep cut.
She's in Bosom Buddies.
Oh God, with Hanks.
Her One Fine Day in 1996. That's a good movie.
Oh, is it with Tom Hanks?
No, that's George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Bosom
Buddies is Tom Hanks.
Bosom
George
Buddies.
of the Jungle. She's in The Truman Show.
Well, she had a career. She was in some major stuff. Yeah, she had a career.
I mean, if you're in this movie, I assume you had some sort of career.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure the casting. They had...
Fame. She was in Fame. Uncredited.
Remember my name, Fame. That movie was huge. That movie was very late 70s art school. If you ever see that movie, it's dated, but it's got some interesting things. There's like a gay character in it that's very open, which is like was a very kind of risque thing to do. It was also like a guy coming to terms with being gay, like in the late 70s, on Fame. Because they're at the New York Performing Arts School. They had a movie, then they did a TV show. Like in the 7th grade, a lot of the girls would wear these leg warmers. Lisa Padilla, who I had a total crush on. Amy McCory, who was like the most beautiful woman. Like, when you first really discover like an older version of sexuality, where it's like, oh yeah, there's something here.
Well, yeah.
Like she's like when I was like 12. Starting to come into it,
Yeah, like beyond when you're just like, I want to marry that girl.
Yeah, or whatever, or it's a fleeting kind of thought. You knew you had an attraction, but it was like not, But then it was like, holy shit, like Amy McCory, like the
when
most
you start
beautiful
feeling
woman.
ashamed of your thoughts, that type of thing.
Well, it was just like, it was more like this longing feeling, like a longing, Here's Fredo.
He's such a fucking timid little ferret.
He develops well though. In the second one, he's such a scumbag. You see it here at the end of the first one.
He's got his stupid cards.
We're in Sicily.
I mean, his brother ends up shooting him on a boat behind his back.
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
kind
in
of
the back of the- oh, he's a
his
fuck
life
up.
ends up like a bitch.
Oh,
he goes down like a bitch.
He's fucked up.
And he ends up selling out the whole fucking family.
Well, I mean, he was a weakness. That's how he
I
almost
know it
killed
was
him.
you, Fredo.
Yeah, because it was a weak.
Got
They go
these
back to
fucking
Sicily, man. Hey, you got these
fucking
bodyguards.
Olive-skinned Sicilians just fucking flanking him at all times.
Look at
Those
this.
are fucking cloves of garlic.
Look at those cars, man. Those cars are great. Those are great.
They're so out of place in Italy.
And also, but also like the seats and stuff.
Lo sai che sono responsabile
Took him
io?
a while to get out of that chair, man. That seat.
Ma non basta, lo stesso, è pericoloso. I nostri amici di New York hanno avvertito Santino.
And
Se
then
bevi, i nostri
Santino,
amici lo sanno che tu sei così.
your brothers are beating your sister.
I have to admit it. The fact that crime is a way of life, you know, I mean, whatever. It's everywhere, obviously. You know, but
Yeah.
it's, you know, it's just that's all part of. I don't know.
Those are
Figuring out a
see
way to
that
make
belt
a
that
buck.
guy's wearing?
Yeah.
Those are jars of aioli inside of those fucking holsters. Those aren't bullets.
You think so?
Yeah.
Hey, give me the sauce.
I
need some sauce.
Oh, yeah. Mamma mia. I'll never see a bambini again. No.
And as we know, aioli is just mayonnaise's Italian cousin. You fucking cousin aioli's coming over, you know?
I tell you what, these Italy's got a culture, man.
Yeah.
It's got a fucking
it's
way.
annoying.
You know?
Corleone.
We murder everyone in the village. Throw off cliff. Like, that's what I don't get about the mafia. They're like, we love this area, so we kill anyone who wrongs us.
Well, it's just.
But we love it.
What? They probably think that they're defending it in some way. You know what I mean? That's sort of part of the philosophical underpinning.
Was that like a little thing that they had a fucking Russian poster on the wall?
Well, I mean, at the time, at the end of the war, the Communist Party was it wasn't going to take over Italy, but it was a voice. It's
They
part
were
of the
there.
reason why
They were there.
It was the reason why Mussolini won. You know, in the early 20s, is that there was a tremendous amount. Even before Germany, man, Italy was. Central Europe was pure chaos after the First World War. I mean, factories were having sit-down strikes, and it was a real, like, chaotic time, which just was a cauldron for all these extremist movements to happen, you know, which is what's happening now.
He
across
just
the
picks
globe.
this girl out and is just like, you're mine.
Well, I mean, it was love at first sight.
Well, no, it was, hey, tell this fucking girl that the leader of the mafia wants to bed her down. You know.
Well, it's also, I mean, this is also part of the reason why his marriage with Kay doesn't go well, because he wanted to meet a Sicilian woman because she would actually be a good wife and would not be American and question him.
And Monday,
He could just do his
Tuesday,
thing.
Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday.
Monday.
Dude, it's such what a undeveloped way of life.
Yeah. I mean, this is
They're literally just sifting grains.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This is 40s Italy,
Build
post-war Italy.
a fucking kitchen, Michael.
You know, well, you know, I mean, it's old school. You know, but there is a
I'm
caste
gonna
system,
marry
too.
you,
I mean,
and then I'm going to hit you. That is what it is.
I'm gonna knock you around. I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich.
You will be my
if you
wife.
lip off to me. You see, no, seriously, that's part of the reason why he wants to go to Sicily. Is he wants to meet a Sicilian
wants to
woman,
hit women?
because he wants a Sicilian wife and not really an American wife, because she would understand his way of life.
They understand.
Look at all, I got 2 jars of aioli left. Dang, when it's so Italian.
Touch your mouth. Look in the mouth. The good, beautiful but virtuous.
Mario Brothers. There's people listening to
A
this
little more Greek than
podcast.
Italian.
Those guys are ugly as fuck. Everyone looks like my Uncle Albert.
He's like 43 too.
Just
I mean,
not-
he's not really, you know.
None of these guys this is the thing about Hollywood back then. Like all of these leading men, like even fucking the dude who plays Sonny, like none of them are handsome.
Yeah, I know. They're just they have like a presence.
They're just dudes.
Yeah, which I kind of like though,
like
right?
and this is just the time I grow up. Even Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's so great about him.
Well, his acting. There was something visceral and real about his acting.
He's this guy.
There was an emotion.
Does.
That's
he's the Godfather in everything he does.
Well, he won an Oscar for playing Stanley Kowalski in Streetcar Named Desire, I think in '54. He was also in Guys and Dolls, which was big,
Named Desire.
But he was, I guess talk about a fuck up. Like he had a kid who murdered someone. He had a couple of kids die on him.
He let a Native American accept his Academy Award.
I guess John Wayne had to be held back
when that happened.
He had to be held back. Like 2 or 3 guys had to hold. Like he wanted to go out there and get the Oscar from her. Like it was I guess I don't know what the story is, but I like to think it was Brando just giving a fuck you to John Wayne. You know what I mean? Because I guess Brando was like totally like woke he was very much a hippie kind of artisan.
So
guy,
was that the thing of her being like,
Well, he was very big into Native American rights.
Yeah. So he probably hated those John Ford movies.
I don't even know if he was in them or not.
No, but I'm saying like he didn't like them.
Yeah, that
like
portrayal
he was in
of the
Hollywood
West.
when.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the 50s, but he's from Omaha, Nebraska.
I want to have sex on camera.
It's weird that he was from like Omaha, but he's.
But even him, like ugly as fuck.
But
that's the times we live in now. It doesn't matter how good they would never let Marlon Brando be on camera now.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how Jonah Hill's a good actor.
Yeah,
and that motherfucker has been resorted to making his own movies.
Yeah,
Hollywood has said like,
wow,
you can lose 100 pounds, bro. You are not a leading man.
Yeah,
you are fat best friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and just something, accept that.
Just
listen. You know something? It's good you got anything at all, buddy.
You can get.
I know plenty of people who struggle and don't get anything at all.
You can get as many
talking right now.
Tattoos as you want. You can dye your hair pink all you. Well, now he's completely lost his mind. If you see Jonah Hill, he's fucking completely like he's got like pink spots in his hair. He looks like a fucking hipster leopard. He wears like fucking basketball shorts and Gucci slides everywhere now. Like he's this total like slacker man.
My generation did slacker right. I don't know. It's an overrated way to be. But this is good. You have to court the entire family. They have to screen you.
You have to meet the terrified daughter.
Who's looking at you with a skeptical eye.
Well, she looks at life with a skeptical eye because she's grown up in a family that is just controlling every decision in life.
Exactly.
Just not the freest times. You will open it and like it.
Grazie.
You like it. You like the thing. They're smacking her around. Open it and like it, you bitch.
No, they're not going to do that. They're more subdued. I guess in Italy, it's a little more subdued.
Yeah,
it's not like American Italians. My friends I had a buddy who lived in Florence for 6 months. He said it's the Italians aren't like these Goombas like you think of in the States. That's what Italians in the States became. Actually, in Italy, there's a little bit more class. I've never been. I bet you it's beautiful.
They're little tiny fucking tables. I would be like, have you guys ever thought of getting a bigger table?
Well, they didn't have the access to it, man. You know what I mean? It's poor.
I mean, there is 50 of us sitting at this table.
But it's 1943 Italy. This is not, I can't just go to the Pier 1 or whatever.
He could have brought a table with him.
See, she liked the gift. She likes the gift. She went to her chest there and showed. This is an important scene too. She twists her
I just think it'd be hilarious if every time the mom
catches her. I
think it'd be hilarious if every time the mom looked at her, she slapped her in the back of the head. Just the mom is constantly. They look like they're fucking. That is creepy.
Well, no, this is what old school families do in Greece and Italy. The family has to accept you too.
It's creepy.
This is the way
family
a lot of the world operates.
Accepting you is one thing. They shouldn't have to follow you down the street.
Well, she's virtuous. She's still a virgin.
Again.
You have to make sure a man isn't run by his passions. He has to be a disciplined man, a man who can control it. There's a certain power in that.
I don't know. I think you should let your daughter go on a walk by herself every now and again.
But no, it's a different thing. I guess the Italians in Italy.
He would teach you too much English.
I've never been to Italy. Want to go, but anyway. So we've been watching The Godfather. What else has been in the news? Should we do a pivot?
We got a VP. We got a VP pick.
I
mean, it was bland. I'm
Yeah.
not. The anger people have over it is kind of stupid
It's
because
manufactured.
who did you think he was going to pick?
You know, and it's just like it's. I mean,
And this is what again, and this is kind of the left problem is anybody but Elizabeth Warren was going to be the wrong choice, and there's no way in fuck that he was going to pick Elizabeth Warren to be his VP.
he needs to get people of color to come out and vote. And the fact that he was this VP under Obama for 8 years and has a black VP is going to speak to a lot of people.
And
of
what
color.
people on the hardcore left don't realize, because they're like, she's a cop. She puts black people in jail.
Yeah.
And middle of the road Republicans are being like, great.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's why we're voting for
him.
him.
No, I mean, there's enough in there that can say, okay, we
Yeah.
support that. You know, no, it's listen, you know, Trump knew the candidate who the best one who had a chance to beat him was Biden. You know, and
But that's a lot of why I think people who hate Biden don't understand of like, he's this and that and he's smelled this person's hair. Yeah, but the people you need to vote for him don't give a shit about that.
Exactly. And it's also it's like why does he or she, I should, you know, not just generous as it, why do you have to be a Christ-like figure in the eyes of some people? They have to be this perfect figure.
It is a little off-putting to see you stroke the little hairs on children's legs and shit.
Well, he's a fucking. He doesn't know any better.
Exactly.
He's a 77-year-old man.
Oh no, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
Like, you know, it's
I lean more to that of like he's just an old fuck.
You know, it's not like he's just. It's more of the same.
Now,
do you
back
understand
in the day,
what we're dealing with here?
Now back in the day,
yeah.
he was probably a little creepy because he was smelling people's hair when he had not gray hair.
Yeah, when he was in 1984 or something. You know, I know, but I remember him running in '88. Absolutely, but he, you know, it's just. The fact is this Trump has to fucking lose. That's what has to happen. Trump cannot win again. He cannot be president for 8 more years. Too much awful stuff has gone on, and it's like he cannot be the president again. So the only Biden was going to have to beat him. That's the only person that can really beat him. You know,
fucking
Raiders have lost arguments.
Paramount Network plays Indiana Jones movies just on a fucking loop.
I started watching the second one just this week for about half an hour. Watched it. It was weird. It was weird watching it. You know, it was very glossy, like a new gloss to Hollywood was being discovered by the mid '80s. It was a very glossy movie.
Fucking Rush Hour 2. I've never seen this movie.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them. You know,
it's a good thing to talk about politics while we watch this because China's taking over.
Yeah, God.
Is he Chinese?
I think Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
I
or is he
believe so.
Korean or something?
I might be from Hong Kong, which would mean he'd probably be Chinese.
Look at there's our hero.
I believe. But yeah, we got the Godfather 2, Godfather 1. And we're gonna watch number 2. But no, it is with Camilla, with her being the VP. I found it kind of bland. I thought maybe he was gonna choose someone from a battleground state, you know, but he chose to play the race card more.
What if he would have went hard and picked like Buttigieg or something like that? What? He's a girl?
He's like really bad, like section, putting the gay rights movement back like four steps.
Yeah.
You know, just LGBT.
Ain't he a lady?
Yeah. but the point is that Trump has to stop. This has to end. It's been 5 years of hearing his awful voice drone on and on.
I always
can't
forget
happen
about
under
that.
5
It
years.
has been 5, right?
It was June 2015 that he fucking announced his presidency, and he was a fucking media phenomenon. I mean, he basically was the president before he was the president. You know, I mean, and the whole stealing and what they did election wise, my God, it was I mean, obviously that shit's going to go on again. You know, obviously there's going to be things. I'd like to think there's some safeguard to it, but I don't think that happened. In the 4 years that he was president, he wasn't going to put money or have a commission to, we're going to ensure voting rights. They want to get rid of it. They want to strip it down even further. You know, it's just, oh man, I don't know. It's crazy. You know, I mean, I get the whole deregulation argument. I get that there has to be some thought when you do regulation. It has to be mindful. But just eliminating it is not necessarily the solution. You know, it's got to be.
They're just like shooting dice. Up
They got
against
like
the
penny
wall.
games and he's got like 7 or 8 guys blocking him because
That's another thing too of the no cell phones is now the mafia like you don't have to just stand there.
Yeah,
like they'd be like, go.
Yeah,
I'll call you if I need you.
Well, no, because they want to make sure he's not going to get
here
shot.
We go.
He's not going to get
loose.
Loose just
Here's
grabbed him.
old Lucy Mancini.
Yep. Hey, you.
Again, with these Italians and just like following people around while they fuck
have to
and
do
everything.
it because it's
well,
like, 'cause
now you don't.
They're
need
at war. They're at war right now, so they're bodyguards. Keith.
I feel like
It's
the
reason why you
Italian
gotta have
culture is just based on figuring out ways where your family could leer at you while you walk with the opposite sex. I need to protect him. We need to get his approval.
You know. Oh yeah. Here's.
You just need to figure out. Yeah, she's got giant black eyes.
Oof.
Got Adrian from Rocky here.
Yeah.
What's the matter? Do I need to put my wife beat on?
Smart.
He tuned her up, dude.
It was my fault.
Where is
He bites his fist. There are just so many antiquated gestures throughout this whole
I
movie.
like it though. Well, it's the 40s. Well, it's the 70s, but it's the 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're, oh god, you know.
And you know what's funny? When I was a kid, this movie never. It always seemed weird that like, because this doesn't look like the 40s. Like this looks like the 70s.
Oh, yeah, but
it always looked weird to me. Like when Michael's in Italy, that's the 40s.
yeah,
But
yeah.
here, that does not look like the 40s. That looks like some assholes in the 70s.
No.
Sitting on a
This was
stupid-
like the 40s and 50s.
But as a
People looked
kid,
this
that's
way.
how I read it.
Yeah,
like
the
I was just
70s
like,
was
this
totally
doesn't.
different.
I was just like, this looks like 15 years ago.
Being a kid again and just going into urban America in the 70s felt like entering this dangerous space. You know. I mean, this is hilarious. This fight's kind of poorly choreographed. Right here, he doesn't even come close. This next punch. This one. There you go. And it's going to hit him.
He
You know?
missed the fuck out of him.
He was like a foot, and then he.
They're all just watching him.
But he does just beat the shit out of him.
He's
In the
holding.
book.
He won't. Like, why are you holding on to the thing?
Well, he's just trying to do something, dude. He doesn't know what to do. How would you really react if someone's kicking the shit out
Well,
of you?
I'd be trying to run away.
Yeah.
He's literally holding on like a tornado's hitting him.
Yeah, he fucking works him over, man. You ever hit my sister again? And I'll kill you. And this is his downfall because people in the neighborhood see this and they know how to get to him. Okay, it's through his sister. That's his weakness.
All you
That's
got to
his
do.
emotional weakness.
All you got to do is beat his sister. You want to get the Sonny?
Yeah, exactly. No,
you
exactly.
Just smack his sister.
Well, exactly. That's actually the point. Yeah, that is.
love that.
That's how he gets it because she calls up again saying, "Hey, he beat me up," and it was.
You just have random people knocking on her door and smacking her in the face.
Well, it was a bit
Sonny, 6 people came by today and hit me in the face.
So no, that's what. Once again, your generation being fucking having watched too much South Park, you know.
Crocious, I'm trying to be funny.
I know.
On our comedy podcast.
This is true. But I'm more interested in going into the nuances of The Godfather. I mean, they got married. You see, they got this
What is not hilarious about a fully uniformed fucking, like, looked like ABBA walking down the fucking street.
I tell you, well, this is what it was. This was this is a Sicilian wedding.
It was ridiculous.
Well, you had like a little naval band and stuff. You know, they had musicians in each town.
Like even my dad,
they didn't have a DJ come out and do something.
Well, that's dumb too. Weddings suck. They shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And like even when I would watch this, like I love this movie and I think it's cool, but my dad, like when these scenes would pop up, he would like, isn't this cool? I'd be like, no, that looks awful. It looks like they're living in caves. They don't know English. No one knows English. No, I would not want to go to gangster Italy.
Yeah, but I think Italy is beautiful. I've never been to Spain is amazing.
Italy 2020, I'm sure, is great.
Yep.
But,
Spain, man, Spain's great.
But I want to
go back to Spain.
I wouldn't want to go to Italy when there's 6 cars and
yeah.
and this type of shit. You got fucking.
I don't know if he ate consistently.
Literally
you know
has
I
a
mean?
goat around his shoulder.
Yeah,
it's my car.
See, they're dancing, and this is. They're not going to show her breasts because she's.
Nope, the
got an
IFC
amazing,
did.
Yeah, they did.
IFC did.
Yep. When he knows it's like the night of us having sex for the first time.
IFC's like the movie channel movie. Not
that used to be a theme
movie
culturally.
channel. Movie channel.
Exactly. That used to be the theme. You kept you were a virgin until you got married.
Well, I remember back in the day too. You literally could only wear a white wedding dress if you were a virgin.
Yeah, it was
and
literal.
now that's just the color.
Yeah, it's just you don't break with it. She's not going to wear something.
Yeah. Also, who's a virgin on their wedding day? Let's be honest.
Well, exactly. I know, but back then I think it was an expectation.
Even if you're not an ass virgin.
Woman I know is she like had Japanese friends. She lived in Italy. She was doing.
I
paint
feel
work.
like they tried to make every centerfold in Playboy look like her from 1975 on.
or 72 to like 76. Gotta tell you, finding a Playboy when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, that was like finding a piece of gold. That was like, it was a treasure. It was a treasure. I mean, it was amazing. I mean,
They were on that huge paper.
I bought a
size of
Playboy
a photo album.
when I was 16 years. I bought the Madonna Playboy when I
Are
was
they
16.
going to blur it or just cut away? Let's see
They're
what.
gonna just cut away. Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
They're gonna have young love. You know.
Well, she's young. He's pretty old.
No, he's probably in his mid-20s here.
That's insane. He looks 40.
He's
How old was he in real life?
Oh no, he's in his mid-20s here. I bet you.
In real life?
Yeah, I mean he's probably mid-70s now.
Boy, he was a hard 20.
He
looked like a grown man.
Yeah, he was. He smokes a shitload of cigarettes, man. He's been a smoker for a good 60 years, I think.
What he became is absolutely insane.
And he's all, hey.
He looks like a puppet that has just been frayed. He looks like a frayed
his
sock
hair
puppet.
and stuff. Yeah.
And he's just too much the character. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't know that was Al Pacino.
Oh, you didn't know?
I had no idea.
Wow.
Because they don't look. If you put up Al Pacino
I remember young
and
Pacino.
that thing, and you'd be like, "That's the same guy." You would be like, "What?
No,
fucking happened?"
It was weird. His career was in the 70s. Huge actor. Serpico, he was in Dog Day Afternoon, which is great. Above the, above the law, not above the law. No, Justice for All. I mean, he was in like major dramas, in the 70s. He dropped out of. I think he was in like 2 movies in the 80s. He did Scarface and he did a movie called Revolution. I think he did 2 movies. His comeback was like Sea of Love with Ellen Barkin. That was him making his comeback. And then when he became 90s Pacino, it was just yelling.
We got full on fucking abuse here.
Yeah. This is a good old. We're gonna knock her around. Again, this is. See, this is what second wave feminism was fighting against. This is what it was.
Now the fucking point of the husband is he wants to get in on the mafia, right?
Well, he wants to be groomed.
But then when he finds out he's not, he turns on him.
And he gets pissed off. He thought it was an opportunity, so he's going to get it. He has his revenge.
I love how he's like, I'm going to get in on your brother's side by beating the shit out of you.
He's a freaking street Italian dude.
I love how they edited it. Because that's like they threw out a Sicilian slur.
Yeah. It was basically
Bamba
fuck you.
or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
That's right. So
break it all.
That's it. Break it all, you spoiled guinea brat. Break it all.
You can call her a guinea though.
It's a nice dinner.
Yeah, I'd sit down and eat it.
Fuck yeah.
See, that's where feminism is different now. This wouldn't happen because if a dude was. She'd be like, fine, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But
this is where second wave feminism makes sense, where they were sick of getting beat up. There wasn't a battered women's shelter in the country until the 70s. Women in the 40s and 50s and 60s had nowhere to go, and they were getting
what did those
shit
second wave feminists do? They were like, we're gonna get men to help us.
Well, well, they want that though too. You see, that's also part of the thing.
Yeah, come on now, kill me, be a murderer like your father, come on.
Yeah. See, that's where a 90s, if this movie was rebooted, she'd slash his fucking throat.
Yeah.
Well,
Now, go ahead, now I'll kill you. You guinea brat.
this mirror doesn't break. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed that mirror doesn't break.
He knows what he's doing. He's done it before.
I'm going to turn it down because he fucking wails her with a belt.
Yeah, he
It's
beats
not
the
good.
shit out of her. Yeah, he does. I know. You see, here, this is what happens. This is where Sonny gets tuned up. This is the
This
the
movie
angle.
is just 4 hours of shit shouting.
It's
I don't understand.
Yeah, Connie. Listen, you wait there.
They never really resolve the beating either. Like after Sonny dies, it completely turns to him momentarily.
No. It gets resolved when he gets killed at the end.
Well, no,
Carlo
but that's
gets
what I'm
killed.
saying. Like, it's like they're like, oh, Sonny's dead. Let's forget about our daughter who's being beaten for a little bit. We're going to just toss her to the side. We'll deal with her at the end.
Well, she gets back together with him too.
But
and
have someone follow her around every move. I want you following my daughter every step behind her. And if she says something, you kill her. But don't worry, we're Italian. That's what we do. We're old school.
See that? I mean, that's like a sports car. of its
See,
era,
that's
right?
you in the video game. Those dudes. You're
get
driving the car.
Yep.
And if you don't stay a certain distance behind him, you fail the mission.
Yep.
Like you have to stay. He has to stay like inside of you.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. It's a great game. He gets tuned up here.
I believe it.
Also, still, this is like the days when the mob could have like choreographed hits where it's like, all right, when he comes up, you're gonna drop the change, Mac.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna fall down, and we're gonna stand
That's
up.
what Michael Corleone did. What, do they do that now?
No,
Or is it
now
more
they just
impulsive?
have people they strap a fucking drone bomb to something like
Yeah,
you literally don't have to be there.
Yeah.
You could fucking wire up someone's card.
This is where he gets tuned up.
Also, another dramatic thing that I guarantee you this wouldn't happen. He gets out of his car and like platoons into the bullets.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, he was just trying to do
He'd
something.
be long dead.
They cut a scene.
He fucking gets
when he goes on. Then they go over one last time and shoot him, and then they kick him in the head.
Yeah, they
cut
Swiss
that
cheese
scene.
him.
Yep.
But that wouldn't happen. You wouldn't get out of your car to like one last stand.
Yeah, you'd be done.
Shut the fuck up.
You'd be done in your car.
You'd be dead by the time
Yeah.
you got to the door to get out of the car.
Well, yeah, you'd be at your steering wheel. You'd still be dead. You'd be dead then because you would have had 6 bullets hit you. You know?
Like as a kid, I was just like, oh god. That's how I knew what type of family I was. Like my family loved these scenes.
Yeah.
Like the death scenes in Godfather, they'd be like, look at this.
Yeah, well, that's why I like it.
That's great. I'd be like, that's fucking, I guess. This is what you're instilling in me. You know what this is going to do to me later, right?
But it's just the setup to it. You know what I mean? That there's a tension.
But again, see, that's why I was raised making fun, making jokes, because I would be a kid watching this and my family would be like, isn't murder cool?
Yeah.
Like, isn't this movie so cool?
Well, that's the thing about it is that,
like, no, it's good, but it's not cool.
See, for me, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I don't dismiss that. It's a good point. It is. And I can see interpreting it that way. But for me, it's sort of like listening to Richard Pryor stand up. I don't hear the swearing and the cursing. I hear the story behind it.
Well, Richard Pryor's great.
For me, watching The Godfather, I don't think of the violence. Yes, it's something, but I think of the subtext of what's going on that makes that violence.
I don't even care about the
possibility.
violence. I just think it's lame to think this shit is cool.
Well,
Like,
the lead
don't
up
you
of
think
it-
it's cool how they're all old and Italian and fucking they're not modern at all? Isn't that fucking cool? No. It would be annoying to live with those people. Trump's brother died.
What? Ooh. That's going to add a little dimension. Yeah.
So Trump had his brother murdered live on the
odds are
podcast.
He probably has no sense of connection to him because he's so fucked up. I saw Mary Trump's interview. You know, she wrote the book a couple months ago that came out on George Stephanopoulos for an hour. I watched the extended interview, and for an hour, for it to grip me, it's pretty good. She's a therapist, so she's gone through her work, and she just was just very like, and Stephanopoulos asked very poignant, smart questions. You know, and she was just able to kind of, I think, psychologically really explain him and just basically saying he's very much the result, and basically saying his father, Fred Trump, was a lunatic.
She was able to say whatever she's not under NDA to say.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, they go into that. They talk about that, too. And she's like, well, yeah, in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have signed that, but these are the things I can talk. She was very measured in her responses. You know, it was very mindful.
I can't really talk about the Nazi memorabilia because that's under NDA, so I'm going to stop there.
But she was just like...
His middle name is actually Zig Heil.
Well, she was also like, listen, he, what she went off on the bat, she started with his putting children in cages was really an abomination to her, very offensive to her, you know. Also, the travel ban, I think, was offensive to her, very much so. She said that his response to Charlottesville was very bad.
Yeah.
You know.
But she'd be like, and he has a smelly groin area.
Well, and they go into like just his... You know, he has a very narrow band of emotions. He's just got a very narrow band of emotions. He doesn't have a full experience, you know. So, and that's very much a result of his father.
I have a very full experience.
You know, of just like, it's just basically, you know, he can't, you know, they can't deal with like pain or hurt or sadness, like the kind of the whole range of feelings. He just doesn't really have that capacity, she says, and that's really a problem for him. You know, it's an issue. You know, it's like it affects his decision making and his choices. You know, So what I worry about is that if he loses in a resounding fashion, if he does lose, I said this before, sexual sadism is sort of his clinical diagnosis.
He likes the old choke fuck.
And I think that when those people, when they tend to get caught doing what they do, they have one last like sort of lash out. They lash out, and that's where it's ugly,
Trump's like, oh, I lash out, baby.
Well, or just like,
I like getting lashed on.
You caught me. Okay, fuck it. I'm going to do this. It's like, fuck it. I want to push the button. I don't
See,
think
that's all you got to
happen.
do. Instead of like banning him whenever he does something bad, just call him a bad little boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a bad little boy.
That level.
Yeah. Tell me I'm bad. You gonna take me into the office?
It'll have the wrong impact. He'll go that direction with the versus like, I'm a little boy.
He'll just start jizzing all over fucking.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I'm bad.
Oh, what a creep. What a creep.
My pants balloon up. It's great.
I remember thinking he was a creep when I was like 15. I was like, this guy
He's
is
looked the same for 50 years.
Although you look at him now.
Aged,
yes.
but in general, he kind of like...
He's tried to keep that same look with his hair and the suits.
Here's the thing. The presidency usually ages people. It like bloated him.
It bloated him, yeah, because I think he was eating a lot of Big Macs.
Oh, dude, that's probably all. He just eats nothing but stress meals.
Oh, God.
He's probably just there's probably a McDonald's in the White House. He makes he gets a double quarter pounder. He puts a McFish patty between it. Yep. He gets a McChicken patty. He puts it on there. And then I put the fries on top and I make a little fry sandwich. And then I eat the whole thing and I don't fuck my wife because I've never have.
Or I can't get it up anymore. Who knows?
Well, she probably refuses to have sex with him.
This is a key
She
moment.
probably refuses to have sex with him. And she's just like, I will never touch you. And if you make me, I will tell people all the children you've murdered.
Oh, God. He's certainly a rapist. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The rape is definitely the thing he's done.
She's like, I'll tell who you raped, including me.
I got an ascot bandage.
Everyone seems to know. I didn't tell Mama anything.
I look sick. I just got done playing.
Tell you.
Tom Hagen's
But you
bitch
had to
ass.
have a drink because your nerves.
Drink first.
It looks like he just got done playing like 9 jazz piano shows back to back.
Hold on. It's key moment.
Everyone knows this scene, Crow.
No, we got to draw, man.
This is a very well-known movie. You are a classic male of like telling people about The Godfather, and they're like, "I know, dude."
No, but you don't understand.
This movie's on 7 times a year.
It's so bad. It's so bad. You're right.
This movie's on every day.
It's not on every day. But now they're cranking it out. There's only in the causeway. You see, he's human. He's human. This murderer is a human. He has tears. This is Oscar worthy.
No.
Put your face mask on.
Acts of vengeance. I want you to arrange a meeting with the heads of the 5 families. This war stops now.
Now make me food. I'm hungry.
Fucking Tom Hagen.
See, this is where
he essentially fired Tom.
Well, it was Michael Corleone taking over, was pushing Tom to the side.
Yeah. First of all, Tom, you're Irish. You're the Joe Pesci.
Well,
in this group.
his story is that
his dad took him in, right?
Yeah. His dad took him in because he was literally a street kid living like in a foyer-way when he was like 8 years old, and Sonny Corleone took a liking to him.
No, but in Goodfellas, isn't Joe Pesci not Irish?
No. Joe Pesci is 100% Sicilian. It's De Niro that's half Irish. He's Jimmy Conway. He's Irish, as is Ray Liotta's character. They're both half Irish.
Because that's like the big thing of like they got
that
made.
Irish Italian is a good scumbag.
Because that was a big deal because they got made and they weren't full-blooded Italians, right?
Well, they weren't made. They weren't made. Pesci gets made, but they shoot him.
Yeah, they shoot him in the back of the head
because he was such a bastard. They just they couldn't have that happen.
Because he's Joe Pesci.
He
plays Joe Pesci in everything.
Here's the scene where the Undertaker from the opening scene.
We are going to force you.
This is the opening scene in the movie.
We're going to force you to bury a corpse for free. And if you do not, we will kill you.
My friend, can you do me this service?
See, that's what I like. I like and don't like about the mafia is they guise it and like, you just gotta like become friends with them and they'll do favors. But really they're saying if you don't do us this favor, we'll kill you.
Yeah, we'll take you down. Yeah.
So they're not nice people.
Oh no. It's a line that it's a line.
Here's why my family liked them. They're white.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this movie was New Jack City,
yeah,
which is the same concept.
Yeah, exactly.
It's they're white.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of white guys who look like my Uncle Frank.
Yeah, because at one time, at that time, you were the poor people, so you were a criminal. You're a little more prone to criminal activity. To me, it shoots a hole in the whole moral theory of crime. There's obviously a major socioeconomic component to creating criminals. That's not acknowledged in this country.
Look how they massacre my boy. Like I've done to so many people. I've killed people in an identical situation. I've killed it exactly.
But he's a human. You sense his pain. Hence the Oscar.
And I will do it again. I will kill someone else's son in an identical manner and not shed a tear. But now I'm upset.
She's a pretty woman.
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
Very
naturally beautiful.
Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday.
That's how I say the days of the week in my head. Every day.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
These little tiny Italian boys wire up the car.
Yep.
It's a very modern way to kill a lady in these times. The car bomb was probably like, whoa.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
This is some mixed shit right here.
The Irish car bomb in the 70s, that was huge. I remember being a kid in the 70s, and you heard about mob killings. There'd be a common thing on the news. There'd always be car bombings would come up. In the 70s, it was still a real thing.
Michael, as you know, I am made of gravy.
Reagan's election was key because Reagan was when the mafia went Republican as opposed to being Democrat.
Yeah, because they realized, we can own businesses.
Yeah, and there was a change in the culture. Also, a response to the race thing. What's wrong? It's in America. Bad news. San Diego.
Tuo frate Santino. Hanno ammazzato.
The translations are hilarious because nobody would speak to another human being that way. What happened? Your brother Santino. They killed him. He dead is. Like that just doesn't. You'd be like, oh man, your brother. Sorry to say, it would just come out more casual than that.
Yeah.
I love the translations of foreign language because it's never exact.
Yep.
Michael, I am so sorry to tell you, your brother is dead.
Yeah.
Santino.
Exactly. Yeah.
They have killed him.
Yeah, it's not colloquial.
You don't talk to people like that.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Michael. It is so good to see you.
Yeah.
I have terrible news.
Yep.
What the fuck kind of shit is that?
I wonder if my script's that way. We're at a key point in it, man. We're getting our table read.
Well, that's why table reads are key because then you get the idea of okay, what does it sound like? Does it sound ridiculous when people say this shit?
Yep, exactly. My main thing is I want to hear how it flows.
Even with stand-up, I found I'll write jokes that when I'm writing it, I'm like, this is a great fucking joke.
Yep.
And even on paper, it might be a good joke. And then you get on stage and say it, and you're like, that's not funny at all.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't roll off the tongue. The premise doesn't make sense with that's not funny at all. What the fuck was I thinking?
That's the working out process. You have to because odds are if it was funny the first time you thought it, there's a kernel of humor in it. There's some humor, but it's that refining process.
The worst too is when you try out the joke and not only does it not work, but you get the audible what?
Yeah. Oh.
When they don't get it and they're like, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a bad moment. Yeah.
I've done that a lot.
I haven't had that as much. I've certainly had dead silence. I know that feeling. Absolutely.
Well, also, and that's what I've noticed about the LA silence is there is a contingency of they just aren't going to laugh.
They don't want to laugh.
I've had sets where I thought I bombed, and then multiple people have been like, "No, those were really good jokes." They just didn't laugh.
Yeah, I know it's
because it's just so people just get so upset when it's not them getting picked. This is such a city of I'm getting picked this time, right? I'm getting picked, and then if they don't get picked, they're just they fold their arms and they don't pay attention, or they actively even if they think it's funny, they're like, "Well, fuck this person."
I think I've told you, and this is my feeling moving out here, why I moved out here. Been a year and a half now, I came out here for a purpose, and
to kick ass.
But it's got to be. I have to get some feedback. I have to get.
I think you got to win just because multiple professional writers have told you that you have a good idea.
I've heard that exactly. It's like, what have we done with that? I can tell you this much. I feel like we've improved it. It's definitely gotten much
At the
better.
very least, though, Crow, I think your even your loss would be giving this idea to someone else and just being like, hey, here, you do, if you can do it better, just fucking cut me in on it or something like that.
Yeah. No, the only way I do that is if, okay, they like it so much, they just say, okay, here's a boatload of money, but that's not going to happen. We're literally, we have 6 actors lined up for our table read we're going to do. We got to get like 2 or 3 more. I'm tapping into my my writing partner's local theater connections in Chicago for that. He's done a bunch of plays over the past 6 or 7 years. So he's made a bunch of actor friends. So, and we've been working on this script, and it's
also, like I said too, and that's where I think everyone has a hard time of thinking with the new times is you can just make this yourself.
Well, that's another thing.
You don't have to get, like, it doesn't have to get picked up by anybody.
Yeah.
You can make the whole show, and then people will be like, oh no, this is good.
Well, I thought
and
about
then
that
it
too.
gets YouTube. You can make it a YouTube channel.
Or make it a, make a 6 or 8 minute clip just to show. Here's
well, that's a lot of what people do
know?
now. Like the comedian Shane Gillis did a little 13-minute sitcom pilot about a tire shop. And he put it on YouTube, and it got like 130,000 views. And then he said, he was like, I want this to get a lot of views so I could show it at a meeting and say, hey, this 13-minute clip got 200,000 views. So I figure if you extend it, like, that's a good thing to show.
Yeah.
Like, you almost want to show someone a finished product instead of being like, I got this great script.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're just like, cool. Like,
yeah. No, you have to have maybe something a little more dynamic. Again, this will all be a learning exercise for me, But again, I said this before, I actually do have a bit of a short life, a bit of a short time period in the sense of, I'm in my 50s, for Christ's sake. I can't just dilly-dally and fuck around for 5 years.
50's the new 30, Crocious.
So it is, I feel like there has to be some positive feedback, relatively soon in the process if I actually do it, Again, I think it's an easy place to get discouraged in, but hopefully
she's reading about Chicago.
Oh, is that Kelly Howard?
Yeah.
Which one is she again?
She's that one.
On the far right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which one is she? Yeah, that's her right there.
I'm sorry. I apologize. It was a horrible way of saying it.
But she's looked like 8 different people her whole career.
I know.
She had short hair, and then, like, she's also gone through different, like, when she first started doing comedy, she was short-haired crack baby from Harvey. My parents sold crack. My kids are crack babies, that type of shit. And then now I married an Asian guy. I have, like, I'm a gold digger. My kids are crazy. Like, she totally transitioned personality. She put the fake hair in.
Isn't that amazing to be able to, like there is an intelligence in that. I'm going to figure out what they need from me. What do they need from me, and I will tailor it to that.
And now she's hugging. She's hugging her girls in the Humera commercial.
Yeah.
Directed by Ron Irvin.
Oh, really?
No. I don't know.
I didn't know. Maybe. I was like, really? You caught my attention with that one.
Oh, that's great. Ron Irvin looking like powder and shit.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd.
I got to say, I made this proclamation today. I don't trust people who are bald and not really bald.
Yeah.
Like, if you shave your head, you're either an asshole, a pedophile, or you like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You have hair. Why would you not want it?
I know.
Even if you're like balding, I'll accept it. But like people who got full heads of hair and they shave it,
and
like tattoo their skull, like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird choice.
Huh?
And
and then even like Ron Irvin did it, and like he looked like he shaved his eyebrows. Like he looks like he has no hair on his body. He looks
I thought he was a cancer
He looks
patient.
like Judge Holden in fucking in Blood Meridian.
No, sorry. I think we get together the 5 families.
We're just old school Italians.
In the
what
book,
even
it's
is
a good
opium?
scene too.
I've never seen opium in my life.
Italia lost the son.
They just invented this jazz music.
Yeah.
It's the music of the mongrels.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
Oh, wrong meeting.
Yeah, Italians not good on the race issue. A lot of Italians not good on the race issue.
They were cool with their cousins fucking each other in the third one.
Yeah.
They were cool with that. In fact, it would have given him an heir.
He had all the judges and politicians in his pocket.
Exactly.
He refused to share them.
In the book, they go into it. All their sub-stories. They didn't invite people from Chicago. They talk about it specifically because Chicago is so out of control. They couldn't control. They didn't even invite them to this meeting.
Where'd your mustache come from? You didn't have a mustache when this meeting started. Oh, someone came in and penciled it on. Oh.
It's gone to the source.
It's very nice.
I mean, it's not like gambling or liquor, even women. Which is something that most people
those are
want
all
nowadays.
pure rackets. When you get women addicted to drugs and you make them sell their body, these are very virtuous laws to break.
But that's
we're great people. Isn't this so cool?
But it exists. That's the reason why it's interesting is that it exists. You know,
Kennedy was right, man. Wiping
country
people
was
off.
mobbed up in the 50s and 60s, man. It was mobbed.
Kennedy was
up.
right to get rid of these people.
Well, they went after a lot of them. I mean, I guess those like trials in the 50s were like 50 million people watched
We'll
that
have
shit.
to watch some of that. You'll have to watch that on Netflix. There's this thing called The Mafia in the 80s, New York's War on Crime.
Yeah, and I've seen good chunks.
And it's all
like
just young Giuliani being like, organized crime is what it'll do. What it'll do to this country if it's left alone.
What's so amazing is that he walked that line because then he's actually helping the biggest organized criminal, which
Donald
is Trump. You know, it's just like it just shows that blurred line between illegal and legal. You know, if you want to romanticize this, listen, these guys are sociopaths. They're murderers. They've murdered people at that table have murdered 50 people by themselves alone, just themselves. You know, let alone their entire capo regimes. You know,
After we've settled this, we can all go home and hit our wives.
I got my that was always the rumor about Blackhawk games. You know this Blackhawk games. They'd have them on TV on Friday because they wanted to do it Saturday at WGN, but the mob guys didn't want them to have TV on Friday for games because they'd bring their girlfriends to the hockey game on Fridays, and they're afraid of being on TV.
Oh, God.
That's one of the rumors as to why. Because remember the Hawks? They were never on WGN. You have a perfect audience.
Well,
they were never on WGN.
I think
you know?
the real reason is because Wirtz thought it was a slight to the season ticket holders.
God, that's such an old-fashioned way of thinking.
That
that's so
that basically
dumb.
we're only going to show our away games on TV because those are the only ones you need to see. If you want to see a home game, you come to the stadium.
No, you build a fan base by having it on TV.
Fuck a fan base. You build a brand.
Yeah.
You show your shit on TV so then people in Oregon can watch Blackhawk games.
They didn't realize that.
It would be one thing if this was the 60s.
Yeah.
This is the early 2000s that they had this mentality.
Yeah, no, exactly. I know.
There were regional sports networks that he was just like, no, it's not fair to the season ticket holders.
I know.
1,300 people go to the games.
I know. To be that short-sighted, that's what baseball owners thought that way in the 20s. And they were smart enough to realize, with radio, because why would they come to the game? They can listen to it.
Oh, and then even...
It creates more of a buzz.
And then even now they think backwards where they think like, our TV audience is huge. We're going to get one network to do all this. In the 20s, the roof of Wrigley Field was just covered with radio. Like there were people sitting on the roof with radio mics.
Yeah.
They let every radio station broadcast Cub games.
Yeah.
And it's because of that people in fucking Scottsdale, Arizona are Cubs fans.
Well, absolutely. I mean, in Iowa, all across the WGN being on cable was huge. That being part of the basic cable package in the early mid 80s. And the 84 Cubs, boy, they were a national team at that point. I mean, WGN was a successful network, it's crazy, thinking about that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's, That's what Papa Bear has.
I want to break the peace we've made here today.
When my kid turns 18, you can get him addicted to opium.
He was moved by his speech.
Also, do you know what's one? And this is just from me seeing Goodfellas and Casino. When I was a kid, I didn't, without being told, I couldn't tell you who, like, just looking, who do you think the most powerful men in that room are?
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, they all look like old, blithering men. So... none of them really look like really. If you would have asked me point blank, Michael Corleone looks the most powerful in this whole movie. First of all, he's not 87 years old.
Yeah.
He probably is fucking not that racist. Like it's just so clear that these are all just all out of touch old men.
Yeah. Well, again, that's also the subtext.
Even Sonny. And all his brothers of like, you guys are all old fucking men.
That is the subtext. The mob is modernizing when Michael Corleone takes over. It becomes a different thing, and that's expressed very clearly.
I would imagine
in
a modernized
Godfather 2.
version of this would be Sonny and everyone telling Michael stuff and him just going, what? Why would you do it like that? Why are we sending fish to people every time we kill people? This is dumb.
That's what you do, man.
Buying fish every time we murder somebody. This is completely not economical. But it's old and Italian, isn't it cool? No, it's not cool. Nothing you do is cool.
This is when he's got to come get he's got to Americanize things now.
How long have you been back?
I've been back a year.
And he forges their wedding on a lie.
Longer than that.
You know, that's what's good about this. These subtexts, man.
Where are you going, Michael? You look like Jack the Ripper.
So where are we at time-wise?
Oh, we're at an hour 18.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Take a break. You wanna get some-
All right, that one counted. We're back.
Hello, Larry.
We're here. We're here for the second half. Welcome back. We're gonna watch. I came up with the idea because I was getting. You can tell I'm getting middle aged because I had that, and I felt so ashamed. At least in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting into the 30s enough where I actually missed my childhood.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about when I'd be watching TV and the OJ trial would come on. And like just feeling the true disappointment when like, oh, I can't watch the like.
Yeah.
I just missed that was my only worry back then.
Yeah.
That like, fuck, I can't watch Power Rangers.
I know.
There's so much more things to worry about in life.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I wonder. You see, I'm at the age now, Keith, where I still think I'm pretty sharp. I think I'm with it enough. You know, I haven't totally lost it, but I'm beginning to see that I am older. I'm older in the
put
work
this
world.
on for background.
And I'm older. Is that real? Is that real Perlman? Oh no, it's a guy. I thought it was a young, flat-chested real Perlman.
It's popping and flipping.
70s
Pop
and 80s
rocks?
commercials, had a lot of songs and commercials.
Yep.
A lot of jingles.
Yep.
I can pop it without the bubble.
New Incredibubble popping bubble gum.
God, I remember that, man. When that first came out, that was the rumor that Lou Ferrigno, when I was like 8 years old, he died, he drank a Coke while eating that, and it blew up his stomach.
See, Fruity Pebbles commercials stayed the same, but they got more elaborate.
Yeah.
Like they'd have them doing the Olympics and shit. Like the shit they had them doing were these big grandiose things.
Because this is a little more dynamic for animation back then.
Well,
for a
and
commercial,
what it got
you know?
to be, I don't know if this always was. It was always how they made the pebbles. Like when I was a kid, they'd be in the big pebble factory. They'd be crushing the stones and shit.
Yeah.
Look at John Goodman.
I haven't bought a box of cereal in a year.
Ooh, this looks like a fucking back to school special here.
Not a long time ago.
Andy Warhol directed this. That's his can of soup that they're eating from.
What the hell is this?
Magical.
This is a little sexy.
When you poured water on it, it fizzed
It sounds like sex.
into a soft drink, so thick and cold.
This looks disgusting.
I gotta
Is
show
this a
people your
horror
face.
movie?
And like nothing the world has ever known before, when you ate it,
I don't know. I don't even know what the fucking product is.
ran up and down.
Yeah, what is this?
Out and all over
Its sensibilities
Cherry
are
pie.
bizarre.
I think it's like
That's
like
why
a slushy?
today, in honor of that very extraordinary experience, we call this soft drink you eat with a spoon.
Chills and thrills.
so. It's
That went
soda.
nowhere, man.
So the first.
I have no memory of that at all.
The first soft drink you eat with a spoon.
Yeah, like
I
a
got this
sherbet
Tweety
thing, I
Bird
guess.
glass at Hardee's.
That just seems like something a poor kid that would eat curdled milk. And he was like, I grew up doing this, so now I'm going to make other people do it.
Yeah.
Was it Damarera?
For 49
Ooh,
Oh,
look at
I remember
that.
these. I remember these glasses.
My stepdad had those.
Yeah.
He had
That was like fancy.
to get a 49-cent glass.
Do you know how budget that is?
That's so white trash.
Oh, absolutely.
Hardee's. Here, we'll
Based
skip ahead.
on
'cause
Chicago Corporation.
This is 43 minutes.
Sarah Lee. I worked there as an intern in 1992.
No
Not as an
shit.
intern, as a temp for like 5 weeks. My very first job in Chicago. I was making like $8 an hour. which was actually not that
They
bad.
always involved a grandma at some point in these commercials.
Well, because they're non-threatening. Everyone likes their grandma.
Yeah.
That's why O.J. Simpson, you saw that in Made in America, when he was the first literally black spokesperson for Hertz. That made his career, really. Hertz did. And that old lady is like, run, OJ, run, because it was softening his image. You know, you can trust him. He's a black guy you can trust.
Dude,
you know,
dude, people were so let down by him, huh?
Ooh.
When he murdered his wife.
Well, I mean, he was not
allegedly.
He wasn't a.
I think you have to say that legally.
Star. He wasn't a huge star.
What the fuck is this? Did you want this turtle toy?
No.
Were you a toy kid?
Yeah, I definitely like the Star Wars toys.
What about G.I. Joes?
Yeah, G.I. Joes too. The Adventure People. I was a big fan of the Adventure People. I'd put them on like boats and stuff. We'd float down rivers. There'd be these like, experiences like that.
What about Texaco Gas? Were you big into Texaco Gas here?
I remember
with
Texaco.
This commercial.
I remember
fucking
Texaco. Yeah.
Float your fucking boat with this. Get Adam Croce's blood pumping here.
Well, I mean, Texaco was more of a Southern company. But
Look at that
they had
highway.
their. I mean, yeah, no kidding. Suburbanization has occurred. The 60s and 70s have occurred. Move to the suburbs, white man.
Eye drops here.
That's all part of the.
Clear my eyes. The problem is getting.
Whenever I smoke a joint,
Whenever I smoke weed that I bought for $5 a pound.
Yeah, I remember like a quarter ounce. You know what a quarter ounce was?
$10.
I remember being $20.
Yeah. My dad
$20.
said he used to get an ounce for like $45.
Yeah. I didn't.
And that was probably like, are you kidding me, Mac?
Yeah. you're
I
betting me over a barrel.
I ain't paying 50 cents for no Coke.
Yep.
Fun to drive.
Ed Asner driving a fucking car.
Yep.
Here, we'll go a little bit into the future here.
Absolutely.
Fresca.
Ah, that was such a cheap, shitty drink too. Daddy Crisp.
It looks like Dennis Leary. Who the fuck is that? Is that Tom Waits?
It looks like it's some.
After you? Or were you named Daddy Crisp after those noisy potatoes? They're a lot noisier.
This was a
than you
West
are.
Coast commercial.
Who was Daddy Crisp?
Think of how crazy 70s LA must have been.
If you love your daddy,
You know?
love Daddy Chris.
I mean, Coke really becoming popular. I mean, then you get the actors and stuff.
Here we go. This is more modern. See, Pepsi.
Yep. Pepsi was ahead of
you
the curve.
got the quality.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Yep. There's still a song, but it's filmed pretty good, edited pretty well. It's tight.
I love how we're critiquing Pepsi. They're doing good. They're doing good work.
But they are.
Got that ginger failing right there. That sounded like the Folgers commercial a little bit. Who you go?
When you're hungry for really good candy, there's nothing like the great taste.
Who puts
of
candy in a
cake.
drawer?
Crispy, crunchy,
A creep.
almond toffee.
A pedo.
Well, it's
Your
hid
Crystalias.
from him. It's hid from him. You see, it's a secret vice. It's a secret
There's
vice.
lots of great chocolate-covered crunches in every bite, and that means it's impossible.
Look at that
to
old
skip a bite.
steel mill house that
Yeah.
they live in.
Yep, absolutely.
That is a gravy boat fucking
Yep, absolutely.
meatloaf household right there.
Absolutely. You know, my kid, I got to sneak his candy bars, because I like to get candy at night. 2 a.m. I get down there. He busts me, the little shit,
Got broads, 7-Up new. See, the soda, the soft drinks knew what made America
Yeah,
tick.
yeah. Well, they were very much in the beverage kind of alcohol world, too.
Sugar
you know
was
what I mean?
on it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was a little bit more down that path. There's a lot of crossover in that corporate ownership and structure. You have a lot of Constellation brands. They own like Corona, and I think they own a couple of soft drinks too.
We're back on Hardee's.
I remember you know what I liked about Hardee's? The mushroom Swiss burger was good. They had a good mushroom Swiss burger. That was like, I felt like I was eating fine dining when I had the Hardee's mushroom Swiss burger. When I was like 14, 15. But I'll be honest, I was never a junk food guy. I was not really raised.
Yeah,
by my
you said your
family.
family was very anti-shit.
Well,
right?
I mean, I occasionally, my dad would bring me to McDonald's every once in a while, and that was a treat when I was like 10.
See, the dollar menu became a thing when I was a kid, so it was
exactly.
very much on, like, it was unhealthy, but my parents were psyched about it. Like, fuck yeah. Like,
I know. Yeah.
$6 and we can feed the whole family.
Yeah, but
we used to do dollar
such bad
double
food.
cheeseburgers.
Such bad food. Such bad food.
Your mother didn't tell me that. Eckrich smoked sausage. Only selected cuts of meat and our special blend of seasonings.
You know.
You can taste the difference.
That's effort.
I want a divorce.
That's like porn acting. Like 70s perfect. Speaking of which, I think Dirk Diggler comes out in this scene, right? There's kind of the sausage motif.
Look, that other one was a vag, totally.
I remember this commercial. Yeah. Because I like.
Was
I
this
like
a
cartoons.
fucking? Did fucking Hanna-Barbera make this
Yeah,
fucking commercial?
it's certainly like it's in that camp. I'm sure it was someone on Sepulveda Boulevard or whatever.
He's trying to dig to Tasty Town.
Doing coke and just making this shit up, you know.
The cartoon doesn't match the popcorn, I gotta say.
Anyone in there? Just us boxes of King Vitaman cereal.
God, this is a storyline. There's an arc. This is taking a while, isn't it?
Believe this,
right? This is a very long commercial.
Now, for your punishment, you'll watch us eat. Laugh it up, pour the milk on your King Vitaman. Not me.
It's trying to be humorous and absurd, but it's kind of
King Vitaman, new from Quaker.
Falling short, though. Falling short. Not a popular brand of cereal. You know what my go-to cereal was? Golden Grahams.
That's a good one.
Golden Grahams is a go-to for me.
Did they have, what else was the big cereal? Did they have tricks? Were you a part of the big contest? My mom said there was a contest to see if they would let the rabbit have fucking cereal. And people were like, no. I felt so bad when my mom told me that, I almost cried. Like, really? You guys did the rabbit that dirty? This looks like Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
No, this was a big commercial. This is a famous commercial. The last scene of Mad Men is this commercial. Thank you. Because this was all still to the 70s.
Sounds like a Beatles
This used to be a real
song, man.
commercial until the mid-late 70s.
See, that's the
Even though it was
Burger King
early
logo
70s
of
was
my
made.
childhood. That Burger King logo is the one from my childhood.
Let's go.
And one from
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They'll show it again.
This Christmas, your kids can have this colorful, cuddly Burger King doll
See it?
free when you buy a book of 10 gift certificates for $5.
You bet your ass I was a part of the Burger King Kids Club.
Yeah. Yep.
Fucking Lawrence Welk.
Wake up.
I can't wait till we get to the 90s commercials, because just to see the difference in lives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is like more my child.
Is he going to find a gun and blow his head off?
No, I don't think so. Oh, it's his gift certificate. You get gift certificates to McDonald's. That's what you gave your kids for Christmas sometimes. I got those. I got
my
a few of
sister
those.
got stock in Disney for Christmas one year.
That's not a bad.
It's like,
I got stock in Kmart.
It's like penny stocks or something like that. It's nothing.
My stepfather was like, he bought me 2 shares in Kmart and said, you should watch the stock market. That was his way of like planting his Jewish seed in my mind, which was smart, actually. It was smart. Have an awareness of finance and how it works. Hence the career I have now, which has moved like Kmart stock. It's gone nowhere. They got destroyed by Walmart.
He left it for Santa.
Yep. I remember this commercial. Absolutely. I remember that commercial. That was
See,
a
now
late
we're getting
70s
into
one.
the heavy corp here.
Yep.
Heavy corp commercials. This kid is dumb. This is when you know they got real children. Because that kid was like, my favorite heroes are Spider-Man and Superman.
Yeah.
They even come out heroes against warm water.
Now they would get fucking Haley Joel Osment. That's a little sensual right there.
Isn't it
Get
a little
that
bit,
off of her.
Yeah, that was a little
What
pedophile.
the fuck?
Underoos. If you had underoos,
I had underoos.
That was a dividing line of who was cool as a kid and who was not. Not having underoos, I didn't have underoos, and that for that reason I was actually cool. Even though I'm a nerd and I'm a dork, I was.
I thought you were going to say underoos were cool because I had underoos.
No, underoos were like, if you had underoos when I was a kid, you were a dork.
Oh,
like
no.
that was a bright line.
Doggy,
that was a bright line.
Mine were white with a red band, and they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all over them.
Yeah, underoos. If you had underoos, I was like, I remember making fun of underoos when I was a
Dude,
kid.
check this out. Do you want
Kids
to know
got
something?
underoos.
I can't wait to tell you this.
Yeah.
They have underoos for adults now. There's a company that has like hipster underoos.
Jesus Christ, what is going on? What are you trying to capture? It's okay, you're getting older. Live in reality for a little while. I get it. I'm Mr. Nostalgia.
We're doing
Mr.
it now.
Nostalgia. Yeah, exactly. But come on, I also have a real life that I'm existing in now.
See, this is why I want to get the let's get more into, because you said let's get more into the Kamala thing. We didn't touch on it during
exactly, because I
Kamala. We should take this time to get better at saying her name
exactly.
properly.
I know, and I felt bad about that. It's Kamala, right? Is that right?
So what do you think is?
Really,
do you think it's a good pick, and what do you think it means for the current? Because I think as of right now, he's still losing. I think Joe Biden could pick. Literally his.
When you say you mean Trump?
Yeah, I think Joe Biden could literally just show his Alzheimer's medication and be like, "This is my vice president," and shake it.
Yeah,
and that would be enough for me.
Yeah, no, it is. There's no doubt Trump is facing a lot of headwind, and he knows it. So that's why he's pulling out the stops with the defunding the whatever he's doing, defunding
beach nut backy.
But they're stopping. Yeah, well, Burger King always went to an urban crowd.
Black that guy is.
I know. Yeah, they weren't going to mess around, man. They were going to go. Yep, we're urban. That's what they're going.
We're staying on topic.
Exactly.
I just want to.
I get to hear you sing.
Yeah, blood. What is this? Coolie High? Jesus Christ!
I know, this is great. They turn into the Supremes. This Diana Ross. Look at this shit. It's actually pretty good though.
All right.
All right.
All right was always a good 70s. Like, yeah, all right.
So back to Kamala. Back to Kamala.
As a pick, I think it's. I think you're right. I think Biden just has to be upright and not fuck up too much, and he should be able to win. Trump knows he's up against it. His first big move, of course, is he wants to stop the funding for the post office.
Oh, right? Lightbright.
Yeah, Lightbright was huge. But I think Kamala is a safe pick for Biden. They'll portray her as out of touch, San Francisco. They're doing birther things again with her. They're getting that out. That's been put out. But I think that's their old bag of tricks. I don't think it's going to work as good this time. I think the Black Lives Matter thing is a big deal, and I think it's having an impact on people. Some are going to I think dig in more, but I think there's enough people of good faith, I'm hoping, who realize there's got to be some sort of reckoning or some like an honest discussion about this.
Well, like I said earlier, I think it cancels. I had a Lightbright, by the way. Lightbrights were still big in the 90s.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lightbright was, dude. That was a high end toy.
Did you have a Lightbright?
Bless you, by the way.
Hell yeah, we all had Lightbright. Now, are we all? Were you not a chump and you didn't use the stencils?
Did you know something? Lightbright was too expensive of a toy for me.
My mom had it. She wouldn't. It was like in her fucking.
That's the 80 Olympics. Is that the 80 Olympics symbol? That is.
Everybody loves a brim.
Only Brim
coffee
has been chosen the official coffee of the 1976 Olympic Games.
Me too. I love the brim. It's got a great ground flavor. Here they come. Okay, kid.
Okay, kid.
Here we go again.
Brim with great ground flavor.
76, man. That was a 76 Olympics.
Do you remember that?
That's the very
Look
first.
Look how terrible that logo is. What a disgusting.
Like 70s
Let's
logo.
go back to that.
I love it. I love it. It's great.
Let's highlight how disgusting the graphic designer was. Here. Look at that. That looks like a weed plant. That looks like the Adidas logo.
Yeah.
It looks like the rings are, huh?
It looks like honeycombs.
What's that? It does look like Pier Sticks. That looks like 3 Prince Alberts.
Yeah.
My lovely girlfriend is correct. That looks like 3 dongs.
It does. But maybe it was intentionally. But
we were showing, where was 76, the Olympics?
Montreal.
Okay.
It's the very first Olympics that I have faint memories. And when people say it was the last truly great Olympics, because in 80, the U.S. boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other countries, 67 other countries.
It gave the Expos their fucking boondoggle of a stadium.
It got that. Yeah, they got that. But then also, so then there wasn't the Olympics in 80. Then 84, they were in L.A., and like a week before the Olympics, the Eastern Bloc didn't send their athletes. It was their fuck you to the West. So it was like the Olympics were great because it was the East versus the West. It was a very, listen, the Olympics.
It's COVID, 70s COVID.
Is it Legionnaire's disease? But no, it is. It was a good point I was making about that, man.
The 76 Olympics.
76 Olympics, exactly. But it was the last one that mattered because it was the Cold War. The Cold War still mattered. Like those 60s Olympics.
That was the one where they're like, the Russians can't do shit. Like where people's like that mattered for the country. Like I think people don't realize, like when the Olympics come out now, I think people just assume that the United States is garbage and everything. Like I think people don't realize that, like, no.
Why
like
would they assume that? The U.S. always does well.
Because I just think there's this people don't care about the Olympics.
Well, yeah, they used to care about it back then.
What I'm saying is the performance in the Olympics doesn't impact the country because everybody hates America. People in America are down on the country. So I think in their heads, they're just like, well, everything else, we're garbage in the Olympics too. But then you watch the Olympics and you're like I think I had an argument with someone and I was looking at the medal list and they were like, we're garbage. And I was like, we're like 3rd overall in medals.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we used to be one with a bullet every fucking time.
Yeah, well, them in the Soviet Union, but in the 60s and 70s, there was a genuine competition going on. It was definitely like it was the world stage for the two different competing economic philosophies.
Kyle Kinane.
The U.S. represented obviously one philosophy, the Soviet Union being a different one, and so the Olympics actually meant something. I mean, in '72, it was a total world event. How often do we get enough events where the world pays attention? And if you want to make do a political statement like in '72, the Palestinians, killed the Israeli Olympic team. You know what I mean?
Is that
we're going to make a
Bruce?
statement.
Is Bruce eating peanuts?
I wouldn't be surprised because he was a huge pitch man. He was a huge pitch man after the Olympics.
One of the type is Tavern Nuts.
Oh, I remember Be a Pepper. This is David Naughton, who was in this guy was
American
in
Werewolf in London.
Exactly. Yep. This commercial was huge.
Is that him singing?
Yeah.
This is a good song.
There seems to be a Dr. Pepper craze. I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper, we're a pepper.
This was catchy, dude. I remember this commercial well.
I'm a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. If you drink Dr. Pepper, you're a pepper too. Be a pepper, drink Dr. Pepper. Be a pepper, drink.
He got American Werewolf in London based off that.
He definitely got a foot in the door. Yeah, I'm sure he got a.
What if he did that at his audition, and then he sang that song and then did the werewolf impression? All right, let's slide into the night. Look at those young broads skateboarding.
No, I remember skateboarding was big in the mid-70s.
Got the opening to It right there. Fucking look how big that hamburger is. See, there's a white version. They had the black version and the white version. Yep. Even our commercials were segregated back then.
Absolutely. I mean, and this was like everything wholesome. It's a very wholesome image. It's men, on kind of, horses and cowboys.
Check this out. Let me
Huck Finn.
Perfect example. In the black version, the black people were working at the Burger King.
Yeah.
And the one guy who looked like fucking Hank Aaron comes in. And then in this one, it's people just riding on the range and clearly not poor children, just eating.
It's leisure. Absolutely.
And then you got the one black kid with his father.
I owned the
big wheel.
I own a big wheel. I had 3 big wheels as a kid.
See, when I
ran my big wheel so much, I actually ruined the plastic.
When I was a kid,
I wore the plastic.
Big wheels were still a thing. I had a Ninja Turtles big wheel to match my underoos, but the lever was gone. That was a part of the safety regulations. That was a part of kids swallowing shit. They weren't. I bet you kids were getting launched from big wheels.
No, I remember that being. I had a metal one for a while too. My parents bought me a metal one that I loved, and I remember the T broke on it.
Look at that fucking Candy Lawrence.
Ooh, yeah, man. There was some. These were 70s.
Look at that hair, beauties. Jesus Christ!
You see, these were is that Sharon Stone?
Wow. Clairol.
They had her last.
Clairol doesn't exist anymore, right?
Oh, I'm sure it's been taken out.
Huh? Does it?
Those women were gorgeous.
All right, we're back to. I'm going to slide into the 90s here.
Let's go to the 90s. Are you ready for the 80s? Ready for the 80s? Ready for the time of your life? That was the last semi-hit song of the Village People, which is hilarious.
Was it there in 1989?
Yeah, no, it's like an 80 or 81.
When did 1989 come out? 84, right?
Well, what? The
song 1989.
But by who? By
Prince, baby.
Oh, 1999.
1999.
Yeah, they count 83.
So that was like the big...
A future kind of looking
We're
like,
not even going to be alive then,
or just like, what's it going to be like? I remember
flying
having the
cars.
fantasy.
You thought cars were going to fly, right?
No, here's the fantasy I did have. This is the dream that didn't come true. I thought I would be living on the Pacific Coast Highway in a great sports car with this hot woman on my arm.
All right. You ready?
That was my fantasy as like... 9 years old.
Okay,
11.
Crocious. Now we got a vibe of You ready for my childhood? Yeah. These are the commercials from Fox Kids, which is the root of my childhood. Okay. Fox Kids was the Saturday morning and afternoon.
Yeah.
So in the afternoon from like 2:30 to 5, Fox became Fox Kids, and they played Bobby's World and all these cartoons, and these are commercials from that.
Yep.
And now we'll be right back.
Look how just the difference in they were deluding us. Like they were indoctrinating you, and I was being deluded.
When you say deluded, meaning just like
just with products. Play video games, play with these toys.
Yep.
Hell yeah, you had that game, dude. These are the handhelds. These handhelds. I watched a whole YouTube video about how they're scams. They're just like these cheap ass things that literally cost a nickel to make, and they charge. Oh, that's for NES.
God, Virgin was a big store.
No boys called. Losers. Oh, and today at breakfast, there were these Pop-Tarts. But not like toaster Pop-Tarts. Little cereal Pop-Tarts.
Little funk in there?
So I scoop out the box. Kellogg's Pop-Tarts Crunch instead.
Oh, I missed. I would love that now.
Anyway, I tried some, and wow.
She was on Disney Channel shows.
Yeah,
she killed her dog. We got animal cruelty.
Was she cross-eyed?
I mean, probably.
I couldn't tell. She looked cockeyed.
P.S. Elmo's okay.
Wow. God, the 90s, man.
I had these. Fuck yeah. You can make shit and eat it. It's just like making your own gummies. But you had the lab, you put it in. It was really a fire hazard.
Oh, I'm sure.
It would get so hot because you fill it up with goop and then you solidify it.
God. And just make goopy fucking sugar.
Creepy crawlies were the ones
I remember that.
had.
Yeah, I remember creepy crawlies.
But like, yeah, here we go, baby. This is my afternoon.
Find out Thanksgiving weekend. Will it be the unparalleled Power Rangers, the crafty Carmen Sandiego, the explosive X-Men, delightful Dog City, the brilliant
I'm
Bobby's
so happy.
World, the tantalizing Tick, the amazing Animaniacs, exciting Extravaganza, the fantastic Fox Clubhouse, tasty Tasmania, breathtaking Batman and Robin, or terrific Tiny Toon Adventures.
Stay tuned.
And watch the Kids TV Takeover Thanksgiving weekend on Fox
God.
Kids.
This is why I know nothing about the real world.
Yeah.
Because I was just feeding. That's why I would get upset. Can you imagine watching that and then having to watch the fucking O.J. Simpson trial?
Which must have just looked like paint drying to you, to your 8-year-old mind,
dude. There was. I remember specifically Kato Kalin knocking on a goddamn desk for 4 hours. 4 hours of them saying, "Was it like this?" No, it was more like they were because apparently OJ knocked on his they were grilling him so hard. I just remember at the time being like, why do all of you care about this?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. He murdered his wife.
Yeah. It's because he
why
was
do
a
you
huge
care?
because it was a famous person in LA, man. It's a famous and the race thing, I mean, it was, it was very much a follow-up to the Rodney King riot. And really soured race relations because everyone who has a brain in their head knows that he killed her, and it's just, but the race thing it really pissed off white people, really upset white people. That was Chris Rock's famous joke. He's like, I haven't seen that many upset white people since they canceled MASH. That was his joke about the O.J. Simpson. He was like, I haven't seen that many upset white people since they canceled MASH. I was like, that's hilarious, man. Totally good line.
Did they cancel MASH?
Or not or whatever.
MASH ended gracefully.
Yeah. It had I'm not lying. Its last episode, it was like
Super
70
Bowl.
million people
Super Bowl
watched.
numbers.
Yeah. It's like I watched it. I mean, everyone did.
Hell yeah, dude! Lion King was a game changer for
absolutely.
me as a kid.
Well, and I remember in my mid-20s sensibility realizing that like animation had taken a certain leap with that movie. Like it got better. Started happening in the late 80s, early 90s. They started messing around with animation more and had some early successes, like the Little Mermaid movie and shit. I watched that movie with my college girlfriend.
Look, this is the video game culture. Don't listen to the coach, man. Do your own thing.
Yep.
So intense. Mischief. Streets. GEDs.
Yeah. Jesus. It's combining with playing outside. I used to go out. I'd play for so long. My mom had to come get me because I'd be outside. I played for 3 hours.
Here's the thing, though. Because this Saturdays, it was Fox Kids till noon. And then we'd go outside. That's what kind of annoys me is people think like that I just sat in front of a TV from noon to night. I went outside and I played.
Yeah.
I just also, for a quarter of the day, would watch this.
I used to come back. I would do my homework early. I'd have like an hour and a half of homework as a 6th grader just so I could watch MASH on rerun.
Oh, look at this is a little short. Self-image.
Girl, my my dreams moving in right next door. This is trouble. Big time trouble. She'll never talk to me. I wish I were somebody else. Anybody but me.
Yeah, football player.
This is disturbing.
This is a little like self thing of like teaching kids self-image.
He's not a sports fan.
Yeah.
Because he's a dork and he wants to bang that girl.
Yeah. I don't relate to this at all.
It always worked in the movie.
You were a confident kid, huh?
No. I was not a confident kid. I was not a confident kid.
I might as well get it over with.
So he just talks to her, right? That's all you do?
Yeah, but she's probably,
Hi. I saw you up in the window. I was hoping you'd come over.
What'd I tell you? She loves me.
That was a weird message.
Yeah.
Like, just, no, you got to still interact, right? I mean, just like, oh, if she just accepts you, like, that was weird to me. That ended on a weird note to me.
Oh, I remember this game.
My sensibilities have been affected.
Because it was just about that kid fucking
Well,
plowing
the kid,
ass.
he's beating himself up, I guess, saying, don't, all you got to do is just...
And then she wanted him the whole time.
Yeah. And like, so you beat yourself up, but she wanted you. Maybe she doesn't want you. Maybe you get rejected, and then you have to deal with that.
I think that would be great if...
I believe me, I don't know if you're aware of this, Keith. I've had a lot more rejection than I've had of acceptance. Just to let you know.
Splat. Dude, there were so many games where they were just like, we're going to put some Play-Doh in a cup.
Yep.
You make it into a shape, and then at some point you mash it.
Yep.
And we're going to sell that for $29.99.
Yeah. Inexpensive.
We got a bunch of shit. We got a net, a basket, a ball, and a mouse. Yeah. You're going to set it up, and then there's not enough pieces for it to be a cohesive thing, so it's going to fall apart. But when it falls apart, that's the game.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like there were these games where it was just like, well, this game doesn't work.
Yeah, but
it
kids
not
like
working will be the game.
And it's cheap to produce, and kids like it when things get destroyed. You make things and you destroy. I mean, right, when you would make a castle as a kid, I used to have Lincoln Logs. Lincoln Logs is a big toy of mine when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old. I would make this elaborate, what felt like an elaborate cabin, and then I would destroy it. That was what you did. You destroyed it. I also played a lot with army men. Played a lot with army men as a kid.
Yeah, I had army men.
Like 6, 7, 8 years old, a lot of army men. And like
I used to
fake
link
wars.
them together.
I mean, I had that.
See, but this was the pyro in me, as I used to melt them, and
I did that too.
Link them together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a little cereal.
You'd morph
That's like
them.
early serial killer shit. The Tiger Game Company was huge when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The old way. This is you.
Now, add color to your drawings with a new.
That's right. I'm a studio musician. We haven't made more money. He made his nut for that year doing this.
Yeah.
Erase as much as you want.
All right. I didn't make it my hair metal band. I'll just do this. How much money? What, 17,000? Okay. I don't give a shit,
The new Nickelodeon Super Color Writer.
Probably made by a computer.
Super Color Writer. Etch a sketch.
What if we did this, man?
Huh?
What? Yeah. I mean, what? I mean, just this whole.
It was just all revamping shit and making it colorful.
Yeah.
And like I said, just shit that just seemed incomplete.
What was did you have a favorite toy? Favorite toy when you were a kid? You call?
I liked action figures, just like my X-Men toys, my Batman toys, my Ninja Turtles. I had Power Rangers.
You had good toys.
Oh, I still got good toys.
Yeah, you did. Your generation had good toys.
I always say I was the level of poor of I didn't get anything all year. And then, like, my mom went off at Christmas.
And you get like 3 or 4 great things.
Usually what the shit I wanted during the year that she shut me down on, she usually found a way to get it for Christmas.
Yeah.
She was a big layaway gal.
Yeah.
Layaway was big in the 90s.
Yeah, interesting.
You ever put anything on layaway?
I never did. I always bought cash. That's always my sort of thing. I don't know. It's
I still don't quite get how layaway works. It's like you pay for layaway. I think is you pay for a little bit of it at a time.
Yeah.
And then when you get and then
you pay like every month you make a payment until you can buy it.
And then
do they charge you an interest rate? They must.
I don't know.
Must be. Yeah. Okay.
Because my mom used to do shit on layaway, and then like I think she would make it to where by the time
September
Christmas
and
came,
she'd have 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And she'd have a great Christmas. That's
I
good,
remember
man.
she got me. There was a cartoon Double Dragon about 2 brothers that fucking had dragon powers, and they were like fucking they fought and shit.
Yeah.
Fight the might of the dragon. I'll play that. But she got me both Double Dragon guys, Billy and Brandon.
Wow. She went out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got me the car, and one of the villains. And that was when the era of sold separately.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Sold separately.
Yep. Absolutely.
Because the commercial would have everything.
Yeah.
It would have like Double Dragon action figures, and they would have them ride up on the car.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
you thought you were getting all six
and
things.
then you'd hear
got
the little
one.
fine print. It would be like everything sold separately.
Yeah.
And then you'd go to the store and you'd be like, oh my God, everything is separate.
Yep. Well, they got to parse it out that way to make a buck. Again, my favorite toy, the Adventure People. Heavily into the. I also had a $6 million man. I had a that was a big thing, of course, of my age group. I mean, $6 million man was a good toy. You could like look through because that was a huge show.
It was like
on
a
ABC.
magnifying glass.
You could look through, and then he had like this rubber sheath over his arm, and there was like a plastic sort of tubing that was like his bionics. Well, I remember it was broken. It was broken. I had that, and then I also had like a G.I. Joe. And my
it was like that tall.
No, it was like a doll pie. These two.
But
of them.
see, when I was a kid, GI Joes were that big.
Oh, no, yeah,
they were like little tiny.
Yeah, I had a big
figures.
GI Joe, and then I also had a $6 million man. Well, the $6 million man, the arm was off. I asked Grandpa. I was like, Grandpa, can you fix this? He's like, oh yeah. He fixed it, and then my I was 6 years old. My brother and my cousin, who were 11 and 12, were up on this bluff right next to where my grandparents lived. And I was like, hey, look, Adrian, Jay, look at this. Grandpa fixed my... And before I could say fix it, they threw my G.I. Joe off the cliff, and it shattered in front of me. And I started to cry. I started to cry. I think this should be a theme of the show. When did you cry as a child? And I cried. And my brother and my cousin laughed hysterically. It hurt my feelings, I'll be honest with you. I'm still hurt by that, I think.
Yeah.
I think I am.
Correct.
I should not have to skip this ad. Here we go. This is the Double Dragon thing. This cartoon was a hit when I was a kid. And it lasted... When I was a kid, cartoons would last for 2 years and then just go away.
Yeah. There wasn't the... When I was young, it was like... Because there wasn't a lot of animation being done, I think. So it was like a show would last 8 years, or like Justice League. I remember watching that a lot as a kid.
Do not battle if you can avoid it. Jimmy and Billy Lee are Dragon Masters.
That Asian voice. Oh, yes. Honor, Father. Oh, my God. I tell you what, was this an Asian cartoon?
No. They were two white kids.
I know for myself. I mean, dude, I watched Ultraman and Johnny Sacco.
Ultraman was still on when I was a kid.
Ultraman, like the Japanese live action, live acting Ultraman, heavily into as a 5-year-old. Heavily into that, and also Johnny Sacco and the Flying Robot, both Japanese produced shows.
Johnny Sacco and the Flying Robot.
Yes, Johnny Sacco, Sako. Johnny Sacco and the Flying Robot. I was also heavily into Johnny Quest, that cartoon. I had a Johnny Quest T-shirt for like in my early 20s, mid 20s. My hipster, that was like 90s hipster. Hey, it also made me look like a dork. It's the reason my broads didn't like me.
Broads.
That and my personality. No, but it was.
Ooh, look at that fake ad, dude. That blew my mind probably as a kid.
That doesn't look fake to me.
Ooh, look at this fucking fat bathing suit. Oh yeah, it thinks she's a cupcake. I remember this commercial. This is perfectly my era. Like I remember that commercial.
Hey, where's the cream filling? Now that's the stuff.
What if it was just her entrails on her on his nose?
Like, yeah, he actually worked. The idea was he was so excited he kicked her out of the inner tube.
Well, he thought it was a cupcake, so he went to eat it.
Exactly. And he went so fast and he kicked her out of it.
Look at his car phone.
It's Baxter.
Meow 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 meow.
I remember Meow Mix. This was a
Meow Mix brand cat food.
They still had it.
Yeah, they killed the song though.
Occasionally a commercial will hit. I mean, Pete Gross, they've finally been replaced on those Sonic commercials. I haven't seen a Sonic commercial in a couple of years with him. I think he's finally been replaced. That was just crazy. He had a 17-year run with that, man. That's a while.
Oh, I remember this. He's telling his brother about Disney World.
They've got all these unbelievable rides and cool stuff to do. If you try to do it all at once, you'll be sleeping like a baby by lunchtime.
Uncle Larry's gonna make you go in the basement with him.
Is it Italian kids?
Don't eat right before you go on Mr. Tolla's wild ride.
Number 3. Goofy is huge. I know he's only this big on TV, but in real life, Goofy could beat up Dad. Well, I guess that's all the important stuff.
Man, this is pretty good. I'm into this. I like this commercial. It's working on me.
This place, Larry. It really brings out the kid in you.
See,
There's never been a better
it's two
time
brothers who are
to
just
make the
Yeah.
dream
they love each other.
Two beautiful white children.
You know, exactly.
Just look at their smoky room. Why is it so fucking smoky?
I think their old
in there?
man's like, listen, he's just putting down a gar.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
I got a stogie there. Listen, kid. Come on, we got to haul you out, okay?
Your mother's never coming back.
Oh, yeah, I think about that. I think about River Phoenix. His death to me was a big deal when I was in my 20s.
It blew you away.
It was definitely like an important. It was kind of like the Heath Ledger, I think, for certain people of a certain age.
Yeah,
group,
well, because it was out of nowhere, and like no one knew he was a drug addict.
Yeah,
right?
And I think he had been a performer his entire. He was a street performer.
Here, you know what?
He was a street
though?
performer, like in Lima and stuff in Peru.
I've read that he actually didn't have an aggressive drug problem. It was just such a strong form of heroin because everyone associated. That's why even the people there were shocked because they were like, he partied a little bit, but like he wasn't a junkie. Like he wasn't. It's not like he was a heroin. He didn't go seek heroin ever. Like,
well, what I heard too is when he made the movie My Own Private Idaho with Keanu Reeves and Gus Van Sant, early Gus Van Sant movie, which was a huge. That was a hipster movie when I was in college.
Isn't that about like kids who get diddled and shit?
Well, it's about two kids who are male prostitutes in Portland. Gus Van Sant captures fucked up youth extremely well. That's his talent.
Their head turns into fruit, Crocious.
His talent is he captures fucked up youth very well. It's basically, I think, is it Henry V? I can't think of the Shakespearean play where it basically is Keanu Reeves comes from a wealthy family and he just wants to slum it and just live with the street kids as like a late teen, early 20s guy. And River Phoenix is actually a homeless kid, and they both just become prostitutes. It's a very gay-centric movie.
Oh, this lady was fucking the precursor to Donovan McNabb's mom. She was. She didn't fuck with anything but Pine Sol.
Yeah, I remember Pine Sol.
Keep going. 3.
Nope.
4.
More.
5.
That's no bargain.
You're so smart. Just like your mother.
Pine Sol, that's like a good. You're gonna clean up your place. That's an industrial clean.
5
yeah,
times the fucking strength.
Do that.
I don't want to grow up. Don't want to grow up.
I was on a good tangent there. What were we talking about there? We had a good tangent. I felt about. I can't remember. Shit, it was good. To bring it back,
Do you want me to stop and go back?
If you could, man.
I have to redo it.
I know what you don't typically do. We've gotten over that phase, I think, but this is
okay. Now we can go.
My Own Private Idaho. And what I heard with River Phoenix is that when they made that movie, they'd shoot during the day and they'd go back to Gus Van Sant's house and like Flea was there and would
heroin
and would just party party their ass off.
The Max. This was a game changer in my life when these Macs came out.
Yeah. But they would they'd party. They would party at night, and I guess he was like pretty clean before that, but they filmed that movie over I don't know how many months. I think it was like 5, 6, I don't know what, but they partied pretty hard the entire time. So they were really living the kind of lifestyle that they were portraying on film of like living a junkie lifestyle and seeing what happens. And it's a very art house popular movie, and but that's supposedly when he got back into it. And he, he's friends with Flea at that time, and he was dabbling. Heroin was big when I was in my 20s. It was a big drug in my mid 20s.
Did you ever have the chance to do heroin?
I did not, but I started to hang out with a scene that it would have been an opportunity to do it. Absolutely. Closest I ever got to a hardcore drug scene. It kind of scared me a little bit when I lived out here back in the 90s because I was pretty square, still am. But I might have been like convinced to do it. Like, hey, let's give it a shot and see what happens.
I'm trying to see if I could find. My dream is to find TV moments that were interrupted by the OJ trial.
but that's my that's my thing with heroin. I knew a bunch of people, like I probably knew like 8 to 10 guys. They were part of my social scene here. They were trying to get into the business. And then they were doing some successful things, producing some things. I had a buddy who was is it Jonathan Taylor?
No, but it was probably their like drive of like get a JTT kid.
Yeah, exactly. I just started doing stand up during this time. I was in my hipster phase.
Oh yeah,
man.
95. That you probably just were not watching television.
No, I didn't own a television set for years. I didn't own a I've gone without a television set for like 6 years of my life, 7 years of my life.
The Simpsons were huge when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, it was like this was a game changer. They were a game changer.
Like I remember this being. I actively ate Butterfingers because of Bart Simpson.
Yeah,
like
Butterfingers is a good candy.
It was the product. She hates them.
Oh,
it was the product placement that got me though.
Yeah,
where it was like I wouldn't give a shit about a Butterfinger otherwise.
Yep, exactly. My favorite candy bar as a kid. What was your favorite candy bar?
The whatchamacallit.
That's a good candy bar. Underrated.
Yeah,
underrated. I respect that.
From the Mars
you've gone
company.
up a notch. You've made up for your horrible mistake before. I was talking about earlier in the show. Oh, you lost stock, but now you've made up for that. From
the Mars company.
Yeah. That I was a Kit Kat. I was a Kit Kat fan.
Yeah.
Were you a Kit Kat fan?
Oh, I loved Kit Kats.
Kit Kat's a good candy bar. I'll
Twix,
still occasionally eat one of those once a year.
Twix.
Twix is a good one too. Good choices. But my favorite still, my favorite is still Three Musketeers.
Three Musketeers. See, I like Milky Way.
Milky Way's good.
Didn't fuck with Snickers. To me was like steak.
Yeah.
I didn't eat that shit till I was older.
Yeah, I didn't.
Steak and Snickers are just like, what am I, 15?
Yeah, it was a more hearty candy bar.
Yeah, there was nougat in it. There's nuts. It's like tough. You choke on a Snickers.
Yeah. It takes you a while to eat one. I think that was their pitch. I liked the nougat or just the fluff of a Three Musketeer. When I was a kid, it's like, ooh, that was good. I still like a good piece of chocolate. I'll admit it. I like a good piece of chocolate. Chocolate and caramel.
I had one of my birthday parties at Discovery Zone. Wow. And we had a fake ass, the Power Rangers were there, and I remember being so excited, and they were like fake pretend Power Rangers with disgusting costumes. And I remember lighting them up. Like, you guys are not real. This is not.
Yeah,
but
you gotta
Discovery
wash
Zone
them.
was off the fucking hook, dude.
Yeah.
That was a place
Were they a competition for Chuck E. Cheese then or something? Yeah.
And then they even had a local Discovery Zone knockoff called like, I forget what the fuck that was called. Leaps and Bounds was the competitor to Discovery Zone.
Leaps and Bounds. What did was that like a date? Like if you would that be a hipster date right now? Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, they wouldn't let you in. You have to have a kid with you.
Oh, they don't let you.
They
just
nip
hang
that
out?
in the bud.
Okay. Well, that's also because I'm sure there was a pedophile action going on there.
Yeah, a lot of
Isn't that bizarre?
A lot of Hello Larrys walking around.
Look at this. There's one. The original Blockbuster has been kept. The original Blockbuster.
That's the guy from American Pie.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's the guy who banged Stifler's mom.
Wow. Isn't that a crazy that there's only one Blockbuster?
Yep, it's in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, Blockbuster. It's kept for like a museum.
My
Remember
life,
when these existed?
Menards.
Super low prices on a wide assortment.
This is my childhood. This old fuck.
Yeah, I rember him. This guy was around when I was a kid, dude. When I was a kid in the 70s, he was around. This guy was our spokesperson for years. WGN commercials. I could see in Iowa a lot.
Can I
watching a Cubs game?
Here's speaking of this
Bill
guy,
Buckner, Don
one
Kissinger.
of the greatest memories I have, and this will show you how fucking. My childhood was such a black cup of coffee. It's unbelievable. One of the greatest memories I have, my dad and his boss, because they were like side jobbers. They used to fucking just get, so they would have to go buy supplies. They would get fucking $800. They would go to Menards.
Yep.
And I remember
Go to Home Depot on occasion.
It was a little snowy because it was snowing a little bit, but it was in the middle of basketball season. Because I remember my dad were driving to Menards. And fucking, I gotta go back.
It's okay. Yeah, black coffee.
No, I remember, but me and my dad and his boss were driving to fucking Menards to pick up shit for his fucking job.
Yep.
And I remember the Bulls game being on the radio, and it was when Larry Bird first coached the Pacers.
Wow. Yeah.
Because the Bulls were not winning the game.
Yeah.
I remember it being
the Pacers gave them a series at the end. They gave them a series. They really
well,
did.
this was the regular season.
Oh yeah.
Like
that was one of the few teams that could actually run with them a little bit.
This was just a random November, might have even been early December because it was close to Christmas. They were selling Christmas shit in Menards.
Yeah.
But I remember liking it, and I was thinking about this the other day. My dad and his construction friends treated me like one of the guys.
Yeah.
Like they would complain about their wives and shit. Like I just remember sitting in that back seat listening to the Bulls game, listening to them complain about their life.
Men bitching about their life.
And just being like, this is the greatest time of my life.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
Like they're just being completely uncensored around me.
Yep.
Like even though they're full of shit, they're giving me a great gauge of what actual life is.
Oh yeah. No, do that. I agree. My father, I remember going traveling with him, and he had a buddy in Texas, and we'd hang out with all of his Texas drinking buddies when I was like probably 12 years old, 13 years old. When I was 16, I went down there. I'd hang out, and it was kind of cool. It was just, I mean, they were dirty old men, but they were just being, they weren't on the clock, so they could drink. They could drink beers, and they could bullshit. It's those are good memories. Doesn't happen like it used to. That should be the name of the show. Doesn't happen like it used to, Keith.
Ooh, see that at some point WB got the kids. Fox Kids went away. And then the WB got it.
I remember Hunchback being one of the early kind of successful rebirth of animation, and the Little Mermaid.
See, this was the last of the greats. Hunchback of Notre Dame, because then you have Emperor's
Beauty
New
and the
Groove.
Beast was in that too.
Well, this was Beauty and the Beast was before
exactly.
this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and then I feel like Lion King changed it. That was the game changer.
But this was good. But then you had a lot of misses after this. Emperor's New Groove, Mulan was after this.
Yeah.
And then they got sequels. Then you had Aladdin, The Return of Jafar, Lion King 1 1/3 or some shit.
Yep.
Ronald McDonald always gave me bad vibes.
Yeah. I didn't. It's supposed to be one of the most recognized symbols across the planet.
He was terrifying. I went to the Ronald. We were at the zoo, the Lincoln Park Zoo, when I was a kid one time.
Great zoo, by the way, great zoo.
Yeah.
Their cat area, like their cat cage, they have some amazing like lynx in there that are like, these are like, if one of these fuckers caught you, they weigh like 40 pounds, they're probably gonna win. Like they're gonna take you down. They have a chance of killing you. I mean, those lynx, I love that. By the way, but back to Lincoln Park.
So
Lincoln Park.
I love Animaniacs. So
wacko.
They had Ronald McDonald was doing a magic show.
Yes.
And he called me up and he was like, I'm gonna turn you into a rabbit. And for 40 seconds, I was petrified.
Like, mortified, scared.
I'm just like, how's this gonna go down?
Yeah.
Like, is he gonna give me to my parents after he? And then what he did was he took a fucking big ass fucking magic wand, and the magic wand had a piece of paper full down that had a cutout, and it was like a rabbit, and my face went over it.
Yeah,
dude, the relief that washed over me when I was just like, oh, magic is fake. Like, that was the moment where I was like,
you knew magic was. Yeah.
Oh, magic's not real. Thank God.
There was always this thing when I was a kid growing up.
96,
a lot of people
they're fucking marking this commercial.
Had a clown phobia. They had a clown phobia. A lot of people had clown phobia. I had a magician phobia. I didn't like magicians. I thought magicians were creepy when I was a kid. I didn't like the sleight of hands, and I just didn't like it. I thought they got a weird vibe. Clowns were okay.
Certain clowns. My clown phobia wasn't. It was if you were a top-notch clown. The Pennywise from the movie didn't scare me. When my mom painted me like the Joker and made it all weird and fucking not perfect, I was terrified of my reflection. There was this guy named Rob who would dress up at our bowling alley. His name was Pinhead the Clown. He terrified me. But he was just some fucking raging alcoholic that would dress up like a clown and fucking run around.
That's some Gacy shit, obviously. He's an alcoholic like Gacy
He used to run the bowling alley. He was like, we knew he was Rob, but Pinhead was not cool.
Yeah.
Also, what I used to be afraid of as a kid was like when Smokey the Bear would come and like the fucking McGruff the crime dog.
Yeah.
I was not cool with that shit.
Well, you just found it like it was.
I just didn't like a giant dog running around. Like, and they would all hug on you and grab you and shit. Like, I just was not cool. Get it out of here.
Yeah, interesting. Because that used to be like that was the Disneyfication of things. Disney would do that a lot.
See, this is getting older in my life. Kirk Cameron's getting a show.
Yep. Cameron was a star for a while.
Oh, he was just thumping the Lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is Parenthood Sister. They were pushing off their evening programming.
WB was obviously associated with fucking with Laugh Factory.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when they first, because they put the WB that frog.
Ooh, Waffle Crisp was a big this was a big new cereal when I was a kid.
Well, it's just honeycombs.
Yeah, but
honeycomb
waffles.
Big. Yeah.
And you got these fucking ninja ass grandmas fucking making it.
There we go. Whoa, man.
Yeah.
Put on some light beer commercials from the late 70s.
We can do that.
But those are always good. Those are entertaining. Those are always entertaining commercials. I find them. This is good. It's been a good free-form show, Keith. I've enjoyed it. We went back. I was able to finish my point on My Own Private Idaho, which is a good thing, about drug use. Closest I ever got to a heroin scene was the mid-'90s.
Some hits. All right, now
I knew several people that overdosed.
What's your name?
No one who had died.
Ruth, sir. Ruth, what?
George Herman Ruth, sir. But my friends call me Babe.
Babe. Another Babe Ruth. We'll step up to the
Is that Mickey
Babe
Mantle?
and maybe
Jesus.
swat
No.
out a few. Hey, Turk.
No, it's
chuck a few into the next Babe Ruth.
Is this a Babe Ruth candy bar commercial?
Fuck, it might.
Expect a lot.
It's a beer commercial for sure.
Isn't that amazing that Babe Ruth's name it still resonated in the 70s? You know what I mean? Like he still resonates. You know who Babe Ruth is. We all know who Babe Ruth is.
Again,
Old Milwaukee, man. God
We're
damn.
pointing back.
That was my go-to beer in college, dude. You know what your case of Old Milwaukee was? What your case was?
Like a nickel or some shit?
In 1990.
$5.
$6. $6 for a case. And you got returnables, so you get 80 cents to return the glass. So you'd save all the you have 12 or cases. You go bring them back, and you get 2 free cases of beer, and you have a party. You have 2 cases of beer.
But like my point too with the Godfather,
yeah,
all those baseball players looked like just tired out old adult men.
Yeah.
Like the idea of the leading man, like the standards were different. Like now on TV, it's just like, well, it's got to be someone who's in shape, good skin, not
looks good,
long,
face,
wiry hair. Like those guys. That was Sparky Anderson.
I know, and just bitching. Here we go. Here's a stud guy. Pabst. It's Nick Nolte.
The first naturally brewed light beer with half the calories.
Right, it's Nick Nolte, right?
And that's far less
Extra light.
Fact.
That is
no, it's not. But it's an actor who used to do a lot of act. I remember he was a character actor on TV. Yeah. You could tell they went to the same audition.
I tried out for 48 hours, 48 times.
Yeah. He and Nolte went to the worst beer gas you'll ever get in your entire life. The worst.
That's golf beer right there.
It is so gross.
That is golf bag beer right there.
Yep.
My Uncle Ed had a Stroh's lamp that was a golf bag. The base was a golf bag, and it had a Stroh's logo on it. And the shade was it was a glorious lamp.
Yeah, absolutely. But Old Milwaukee was my go-to cheap beer.
That was a big 90s thing, was the swag, the company swag.
Yeah. Yes.
You get a Salem Light fucking...
and like a sweatshirt or something. You know? Yeah. You got,
or like a phone.
Yes, absolutely. Camel dollars, you'd turn them in.
My dad, Salem Lights. He would save the packages to Salem Lights.
God, that's so... Oof. We'll call me. Here it is. It's Nitsky. Nicky Spillane.
Hey guys, take it easy, will you? Why'd you do it?
Bubba Smith.
Because light tastes great. Yeah. Because light's less filthy.
Hey, no.
Do it. Well, I'm not even Rodney. You. I thought it was a costume.
It's Bubba Smith.
I'm a recovering alcoholic.
Tommy Heinsohn.
Who did?
That's Ben Davidson with the beard.
I will say they were more elaborate back then. The commercials from the 90s, in, out.
Yeah.
Buy this toy. Mush this goo.
Yeah.
Drink this fucking weird liquid.
There was directing going on.
It's no mystery that there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
That was a good national. If you scored that was a good national.
You may not have heard of it yet, but you will.
Is it Geraldo Rivera?
You may not think a beer this expensive could be
Is that
worth the
Michelob?
extra money.
But you will.
Amberbach.
Oh yeah, I remember this being like, this was like craft beer,
dude. That was like vag beer.
That was like,
if you were a male and you brought Amberbach to a party, they probably would give you a jar of Vagisil.
It's
what do you need a douchebag?
And Decker's actually was it that was like a higher end like German beer.
Here we go.
You can still find that.
This is
in
the
Lincoln
beer
Square.
this is the beer of my Latin king uncles right here.
Look at Ed McMahon.
Depends on the dog.
Look at the pupper.
Depends on the beer.
I'm gonna kick this dog.
Look at this. Budweiser, yeah.
The pull-off tops. After I drink 6 of these, I'm gonna kick this dog.
Yeah. Budweiser, man.
Well, he wants to come home and find something.
I love Ed McMahon doing beer. I heard Ed McMahon, wasn't in the Korean War, had like 25 confirmed kills. He was a fighter pilot. After
I come home from hours of Johnny Carson just treating me like a fucking carpet, just walking all over every goddamn punchline.
I guess early in their career, they were like completely good friends, and then it just got awful as time went on. Carson was kind of a weird dude. Carson's a weird guy.
Budweiser is technically a foreign beer now.
It's owned by the
they sold to a
Belgians.
German company, yeah,
Or I
a
think it's a
Belgian
company. The Belgians dominate beer.
Dude, let me paint you a little picture, Crocia. Speaking of Bush. So when my dad moved to the trailer, it was from 05 until I moved to Chicago to do stand-up. I remember we were so poor that I was watching a fucking... Do you remember the show Still Standing? It was like Jamie Gertz, that fucking fat British guy who does a good... Anyway, it's just about a family in Chicago. I remember watching an episode of that and being so thirsty because my dad's trailer, you couldn't drink the water. It was like hard water. You couldn't... It was just disgusting. You'd vomit if you drank it.
Yeah, you get cancer from that shit.
So we just didn't have any water. We were out of like our refillable jug. And I remember I went to the fridge, I opened it. It was completely empty except for 2 Busch Lights in the thing. And I remember being like 22 years old, 21, 22 years old, just biting my lip. And at 3 a.m, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're fucking so thirsty.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, fuck. And I had to chug a Busch Light for like sustenance.
This guy was like a stud actor.
And I remember
your hair bouncing like that was like I had a look like that in the
that was your
70s.
like look.
Yeah, bouncing.
That's
hair
what
like
you
that.
wanted to go to the disco.
Yeah, no, I had because I had hair parted on the middle. Yeah, this is.
But
this is urban.
I remember that moment is when I said like I wish I lived in that sitcom. Like I wish life was like a commercial. Like that's when I got that thought of like, man, reality. Remember the scene in Nightmare on Elm Street where Johnny Depp is listening to Tina and Rod fuck?
Yeah.
And he's just laying on the couch.
Yes.
And he goes, reality sucks.
Yeah.
That was my reality sucks moment.
What was
when I was drinking a Busch Light because there was no goddamn water. I'm 21 years old. I could have stayed in college.
Yeah.
And fucking been in a dorm right now snorting Molly.
Yeah.
Off something.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a little mini fridge that I could be sending my parents into wild debt right now for all the things they've done to the world.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm being codependent, living with my dad.
Yep. Yeah.
With no goddamn water.
Yeah. That's a low moment, Keith. I hear you.
I remember, you know what I did after that? Because I was disgusted that I drank Busch Light. I found some ice and I put ice in a cup and I put it next to my bed. Yeah. And then when I woke up again 2 hours later, there was water.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude,
And then Bear Grylls tells you once you drink water, you're good for like 2 weeks. So I was like, as long as I get a sip, I'm good. Then I don't have to drink my piss.
I drink 5 to 6 glasses of water a day.
I'm trying to get better. I got IBS now. I've been getting, dude, I was officially Mexican for like fucking 10 years. Because when I was a kid, I didn't get too spicy. My grandma would make tamales every Christmas. I like tacos. Like there are Mexican foods I like, but my mom kind of kept me away from a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
So until I started doing stand-up and moved to Chicago, I never really fucked with spicy food. And then I became like Spice King.
Yeah.
Like I would fucking pull anything out of like, I love spicy food.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But now 33 has hit me.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't eat spicy food. I was down last night. I had to go to bed because my stomach hurt. Do you know how pathetic that sounds?
Oh no, hey dude, there's a big physical change in your early 30s. It was for me. I used to be able to eat anything, anytime, anywhere, not gain a pound. I would eat an entire pizza.
Dude, I was telling her, I was like, I think something's wrong with me.
No.
Like, I think I have stomach cancer, lining, and she was like, no, you just can't eat these foods. And I'm just like, that sounds awful.
Yeah, no, it's the truth, though.
I have to eat meatloaf and potatoes and shit.
No. It's the best thing to do. Look at this. Yeah, this is a old Milwaukee beer commercial.
No coffee. For 2 weeks, I'm laying off anything with acid in it.
Yep.
I had a sausage, egg, and cheese English muffin this morning and some apple juice because I hear apples are good.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've gotten rid of. I haven't totally gotten rid of carbs. I actually bought some.
Every morning, I hit the
week.
Starbucks in Beverly Hills at fucking Wilshire and Santa Monica because I like to feel important.
Yeah.
So
it's part of your routine.
And I get off the bus early, so I usually nip in if I don't, because I usually don't have time to drink. Like when I go drink coffee in the morning, I like to get fucking fired up. So like if 1 cup is just not enough.
Yeah.
So when I get off the bus, I need a kick in the ass. So I go usually get a cold brew at the Starbucks in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But now since I have to lay off the coffee, I was like, well, The breakfast sausage might be a little acidy.
Yeah.
But other than that, I felt fine. And then I got the apple juice. So today was good.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad today.
Yep.
And then when I got home, I haven't really eaten a lot yet, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat some hot dogs when this is over.
Yep.
And that's going to be the real test.
Yeah, because hot dogs
when you
are
start
gross.
getting that lips and assholes in you.
Yeah. Exactly. Toenails.
Yeah.
It's my diet, man, I feel pretty good about it, man. I have my routine down. I get my produce, I eat a lot of produce. Got to, man. Got to keep that digestion system going.
Look
well.
at this fucking.
You know,
look at this
I've cut down
commercial.
dramatically on carbs. I really have. Not all the way. That would be a lie if I said that.
Dude, you know what commercials I remember is because my dad used to record football games in the 80s. I remember Joe Green throwing the jersey to the kid.
Of course.
I remember this.
Would you ever just watch an old football game from that? Like 7 years later, you'd watch an 82 football game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's
Now,
awesome.
even later, like when I became 95, like I tell you, with 95, 92 was my, I remember the Bears. Like that was my, 92 is like, I'm a Bear fan.
Yep.
But 95 is when I started watching sports on my own.
Yeah.
And I started being able to impress my dad. Like, when you're a kid, your dad kind of leads you through sports.
Yes.
And then I remember in 95, he would go to tell me stuff and I would finish his sentence.
Yeah.
And he would be like, oh,
yep,
you're reading the sports section on your own now.
Exactly.
And so 95 was that fucking year for me. And I remember just going, he would be like, oh, I got Bears games from 88. I would just see all this shit here. That's when I'm lucky that he was a fucking maniac and would just put a tape in and then pass out drunk, and he would just record 6 hours of television. So he has uncut Bears games where you just see. I remember this insurance commercial of this football player that was announcing his retirement, and he starts crying, but it's okay because he made good investments during his career, and the commercial is the investment company.
Yeah, exactly.
And he looked like Willie Galt. But I remember the John Elway Coors commercials.
Yeah.
The Coors Heavy, not Coors Light.
I mean, he's a Denver guy, so it makes sense. That's who the brewery is. John Elway is a big name in Denver. I mean, he has a lot of auto dealerships and stuff. He's a big name.
Let me see if you remember this. For the 80, what was the year that McGinnis became the D coordinator? The year after Buddy Ryan. So it was 87, right? The year after Buddy Ryan left.
It would be 86.
Because Dave McGinnis came in.
It wasn't
as their
Dave
D
McGinnis.
coordinator. Or who was their new
D? Vince Tobin?
Vince
Tobin
so
followed up
they
Buddy
had
Ryan.
a special called Back in the High Life Again.
Yeah.
The fucking story of the Bears offseason, and the song was Back in the High Life Again.
Yeah, Stevie Winwood, man. From
And
Traffic. Traffic's very young.
My dad had that on tape, and I remember that was when Peyton announced his retirement because he said, "This is my last year."
Yep.
And he said he basically said, "I feel bad that I've had such a long career." He was like, "You look at the dudes like the Gale Sayers and the Brian Piccolos, and these guys only played for 6 years."
Listen, Peyton was the athlete. It wasn't. I mean, he was the athlete of Chicago before Jordan. I mean, but he very much paved the way.
Yeah.
Jordan's fame was very much related to Peyton being a big name. And
look at the mock Canadiens jerseys. This is when the Canadiens were still the shit, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
80s Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, you would recognize it. Michelob Light. These men doing physical activity then drinking
Any
beers.
beer you like.
Those guys could have beaten the Russians today. You think they'd play us for a Michelob Light?
Michelob Light.
Cold War joke.
But weren't the Russians really good at hockey?
They were amazing. As I said, you can beat the Russians.
Oh, I thought he meant they were so bad.
No. He could have beaten the Russians. No, he was saying that's how good they played. Oh man, this is a good old fashioned. It's old Milwaukee. Doesn't get any better than this. These commercials made an impression on me.
They make you
man.
feel good?
Yes, it's like you're having a hearty meal. You're at the Florida Everglades.
Oh yeah, you got that beer. You got that butter running down your cheek.
Man. You're just cut with your guys on the weekend.
Just wash down these crabs and your feelings.
Did a few bumps of coke. You got your paycheck for the week. Making your fucking the coke money in South Florida.
We got a bucket of crabs, a bucket of brews. My wife's a bitch.
Hey, I'm 33. I'm getting into my career now.
Flavor to any dish. Served with generous.
But yeah, dude. I love the 80 watching shit from the 80s was fun for me.
Oh yeah.
Because it just seems so dated. The haircuts.
Yeah, of course.
Dudes having long hair. This was the era of the mullet-ish type. Not just mullet, but no one just had long hair like Kurt Cobain hair. It was like weird feathered.
Yeah.
They tried to keep it short in some way. Like, and then in the 90s, Cobain came and was just like, no, I have girl hair.
Yeah. Yep.
So it looks so weird to me. The hairdos, especially in the 80s, are just bonkers to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like you so desperately want long hair, but you don't want people calling you a girl. Clearly.
Yeah.
So you're keeping some semblance of a guy haircut.
It was still the 70s were still there. The 70s
Get out of here, Rod Stewart. Just grow your hair long, dude.
Well, that was always the rumor, right? He was like the gay rumor, man. With Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart just mashed pussy, dude.
Yeah, a lot of. I got news for you. Women of the 80s and 70s and 80s loved Rod Stewart. They loved.
Dude, how do you
Rod
think he was
Stewart.
Forever Young? He was just fucking sucking off the serotonin of these young girls.
There was a great soccer pub I used to go to in Lincoln Square. What the fuck was it? It was a British soccer pub. They used to support the team that Rod Stewart liked, and they had pictures of Rod Stewart there. It was an Irish pub, and they used to play the games with Rod Stewart. So Rod Stewart was in there with his he had his scarf on of his favorite team. What was the name? The Atlantic. That was the name of it. The Atlantic Bar.
He's a Celtic fan.
Yeah, and they had a bunch of pictures of him.
We went and saw Rod Stewart. He's such a big Celtic fan. There's a point in his concert, apropos of nothing, he just starts kicking soccer balls. The stage becomes a soccer ball. It lights up.
Yeah.
And then they start playing Celtic videos from when they won the European Cup in 1967. And he just starts kicking soccer balls into the crowd, dude. And it has nothing to do with the song.
Is the crowd are they a bit dumbfounded?
They're loving it, dude. Rod Stewart is kicking you soccer balls.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
I'll tell you what, man. When we first started dating, she got the big Ticketmaster, they settled with a bunch of people because they were ripping people off. So we got to go see Cyndi Lauper and Rod Stewart, and I gotta tell you, that was a great show.
Where was it at again?
The World. It was at the World, baby.
I saw Iron Maiden there. Yeah, I saw Iron Maiden there. So yeah, that's
the Tweeter Center. I remember when it was the World.
Yeah, I remember the World.
Yeah. And then it was the Tweeter Center, and then now it's the something West Bank Amphitheater in Tinley Park or whatever.
The bill was Cyndi Lauper
and Rod Stewart.
What a bizarre bill.
Dude, she still kicks it.
Oh, hey, she has aged well to me. At one time, her and Madonna were at the same level. At one time, for about a year.
It is funny, though, because she was like
sexy, though.
Cyndi Lauper, during her set, was like telling a story about this is from the new album, and we took it around for a long time, and and it was just like, you're explaining your failed career.
Yeah.
You're leading off this song by saying, this is a new one. Nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah.
But now, because hacks are relevant, I can just sing it for you. But it was a good song.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen,
But it was still depressing, the intro of just
yeah, I know.
I've literally been doing nothing for years. And then all of a sudden, Rod Stewart calls me.
How many people were, how attended was it?
It was packed.
Yeah. Was it over 10,000 people, you think?
We were definitely the youngest people there.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, yeah. It's people my age and older.
We brought snacks.
Ben Davidson, he was in Conan the Barbarian. I'm listening.
What I like about it
is that the fucking murderer from Home Alone? Is that the old man who has the shovel?
That I don't know. I haven't seen the movie, but he was in Conan the Barbarian. He's an ex Oakland Raider. He was one of the two guys who's going to kill Conan.
Is it? It's not fucking...
not Matuzak. It's not, but it's cut from a similar cloth. Matuzak followed the Ben Davidson path. And Lilo's at all straight.
Every defensive lineman from the 70s Oakland Raiders made a television appearance at some point.
Of course, because they had personality, for crying out loud. Otis Sistrunk. Matuzak, he was in freaking the Goonies.
Dude, hockey was the shit in the 80s, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, they were definitely pushing it as a sport. I mean, they wanted to...
Would you say, though, that was like the heyday of the NHL?
No. I don't think. I think the NHL is actually pretty hot right now. I think it's actually pretty popular.
Yeah, post lockout, they actually one of the sports that after they had the season, because the 04 season is done. They didn't. Yeah. That's a rarity. Even in the 94 strike, they played 3/4 of the season. Just the World Series was canceled. In the NBA lockout.
Played half the season.
They played half the season. The 04 NHL season did not happen.
Yeah. Yep.
In 2004, there was no hockey. I think they realized more than any, this can unequivocally
never happen
again.
Kill our sport.
Not only can it never happen again, but we immediately have to make this sport entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. So they loosen up some rules.
They just made scoring more. They took away the 2-line passing,
Yeah.
which meant you couldn't pass between blue lines.
Yep.
They made the goalie crease, because back then I call it the Van Beesbrook rule. Or the John Hextall rule, because the Philadelphia Flyers were the kings, the Ron Hextall, were the kings of
I remember this commercial, man. I wanted to do that. That was exciting to me. That looked really exciting. Go ahead.
The Flyers, who your fucking Philadelphia Flyers were kings of dumping the puck down, and their goalie would just sit behind the net and fucking ice the puck.
Yeah.
So they made the box that basically says the goalie can't play the puck outside of this area.
Yeah.
And they call it the Van Beesbrook rule.
Yeah.
Because Beezer would just he would skate out to almost the blue line to get the puck.
Yeah, exactly. And he was good enough. And I mean, these guys are old hockey players.
It was just
have to be a goaltender. Yeah,
it was just keep away.
Yeah.
And the Devils with their trap.
With their zone trap. I would say that's related to the zone trap, isn't it?
For people just to get to describe what the zone trap is. One people's complaint about hockey is like they just dump the puck down.
Yeah.
And then that's what the trap was.
Yep.
This dude who coached the Devils figured out that if you build a stout enough defense and then you just dump the puck on the other end, you'll beat the shit out of the team enough to where you'll score 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah.
And you'll win the game. And this cocksucker won 4 Stanley Cups.
3 Stanley
that way.
Cups. They won in '95 and in '03, and I think they also do.
In 2000.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
because they beat the Stars. The Stars would have went back to back, and then the Devils beat them.
Yeah, that zone trap. Yeah,
and it was just the most boring form of hockey. It essentially killed the game.
Yep.
So they just they essentially made rules to make the trap illegal.
Yeah. Yep. Which makes sense. You got to make the skating more. It's motion. It's motion. It's passing. It's skating. It's speed. That's why I really with the Hawks getting good, I definitely got more interested in hockey as a result. I mean, I liked it when I was in college. We had a very good college hockey team, and I loved watching them. But so I was enough of a fan that I wasn't but I didn't watch it for years. And when the Hawks got good, I enjoyed watching it again. But anyway, man,
we can wind it down.
Yeah, wind it down, man.
Wind it down with the PBR. We'll see you next week.
Yep.
It's a very nostalgic episode. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe on all the audio platforms. See you next week.